It's Take Your Daughter to Work Day, which I object to on feminist grounds.
It's patronizing, like girls don't know what jobs are. I'm Liz, by the way.
I'm Catherine, but everyone calls me Cat, although I'm trying to get people at school to call me Scout, like in To Kill a Mockingbird.
I love that book. I had my first crush on a shop teacher who looked just like Boo Radley.
Yeah, Scout's not getting much traction, though.
Well, it's hard to force a nickname. I tried to get my high school tennis team to call me Ace, but they wanted to call me Shorts Accident. So we settled on Super Virgin.
Okay, so I might not get Scout, but I can negotiate up from Puked in Thermos.
Well, then let me ask you this. Would Jeremy Lin be willing to videotape a message for my buddy's bachelor party? Oh, sorry, she's with me. It's Take Your Daughter to Work Day, and Cabletown's really into all this family shiz.
So what have you learned today?
That people who talk the most in meetings often know the least.
She sat in 2 meetings with me. I crushed it. So what's your deal? You ski?
I don't. You know, if I'm going to fall down a hill and die, I want to do it for free.
B. Ryan, what is up, Slick?
Do you think I could pull off a haircut like Scout had in the movie?
I've been there, Kat, and you should know that people are going to assume that
I'm
you're
a lesbian. I know. I just needed to hear it.
It doesn't.
Hold on to your butts.
Don't waste my motherfucking time! I got up this morning, put on my shoes, tied my shoes, went to the mirror, put a comb my hair, I made a move, know what to do.
Hello, everybody. We are live. It is the Lotus Cast. LotusCast.com is where you can listen to us live every Thursday night, 9 to midnight.
If you do that to yourself.
Yeah, don't do it. Just stop. If you're listening live,
Isn't
you've
it
made a
like
mistake.
Must-see TV or something tonight? Is that still a thing?
No, it is not.
What decade are you in, Jeff?
I don't know. Aren't there sitcoms airing right now that you should be watching?
No.
I thought that stopped like
There's
10 years ago.
TGIT.
Yeah.
No, I remember
that
NBC had
Tuesday,
a
or?
must-see Thursday for like 20 years.
It wasn't 20 years.
Well, however long
It was a while.
Is it still not ongoing? I don't watch it
I don't think
anymore.
they do must-see TV.
I don't have regular cable.
Because
Now
you
it's
have,
called You Can See It or Not Thursdays.
Right. It's like
It's like
see
watch
it
us
when
or
you
don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see it when you want to see it. Thursdays.
Just
But-
make sure you watch it on your DVR so we get numbers.
Yeah.
Wait for Netflix Thursdays.
Right. Yeah, that's honestly what it is. Wait to binge watch whatever day. Guys, very happy tonight to have Analog Heart back in studio. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
Yeah. When did we have you guys in last?
Like 2 years ago?
Last
year.
It was like last year. It was
yeah.
last year.
You were in the garage, which was our last year's studio.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
like last
yeah.
summer, wasn't it?
That
Was
was,
it
our
the summer?
2015 studio.
Was it warm when you guys were there?
Kind of cold.
I thought it was
Yeah.
cold.
I got pulled over too on the way back.
Did you?
yeah.
Oh no, for what?
I like didn't have a registration or something.
Yeah.
It was so weird because she was following me, and I just saw her get pulled over.
Yeah.
In like my rear view, so I didn't know what to do. So I just stopped and waited to
I
find
thought
out
it
she was
might
going to
have
get
been-
arrested or something.
That's funny.
I thought it might have been you that were drunk on excitement from doing
Yeah.
the show.
No, it was moonshine.
Part of it.
Yeah, it's all the moonshine. You shouldn't be drinking the
Did you
moonshine.
guys have the moonshine last time you were here?
We did not have moonshine.
Can you
No.
finish it, please? Because it's taking up a lot of table
Honestly,
space.
it's been here for over 2
Don't think I
years.
can drink that much moonshine.
You don't have to drink all of it, but I do think you should try it.
I'll try it.
You want to try it?
I'll try moonshine.
All right, try the moonshine.
It
We have
won't
the-
turn me
That's
blind,
moonshine.
right?
It might. We have the frowny face or the happy face. Which
the
one do you
good
want?
news about that turning you blind is you won't know that it did.
All right.
You'll forget all of it.
That sounds worth
Because
it.
of the moonshine.
Right. Which one do you
That
want?
sounds worth it. Is there a reason there's a frowny
One,
face?
the frowny face is stronger than the
To be
happy
fair,
face.
you should.
I
drink-
would go with the one that has less in it.
Yeah.
They've also been
exactly.
switched around many, many
The
times.
one with less in it is the more popular one.
So it's actually, you take a big gamble.
I'm a gambling man. I'll try the frowny face.
All right.
Oh,
hand him
Yeah.
the frowny face.
Let's do it up.
I think that's why it's
Starts
empty.
off, right.
More empty because people
You
think
still
More
have to
empty. It's a
drink.
trick.
It's like,
It's emptier.
yeah. It's
More emptier.
You're just like,
Matt.
You still have to drink even if you're turned off by the smell.
Right.
So did you get a ticket?
who smells the moonshine before you drink it?
Can drink
Yeah.
that.
It's pretty. It's
That's fine.
It's sweet potato.
That's fine. Yeah, no problem. That's fine.
I hate that.
Oh, you're supposed to get a real sour face like everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a tough guy.
That was so disappointing.
You're supposed to punch the person sitting next to you.
Shit's insane.
So did you get a ticket or did he let you off?
I got a ticket.
Yeah, for no registration.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he let me go. So.
They could have like impounded the car or some
Yeah.
shit, right?
I had a great week this week because I beat a speeding ticket on Monday.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I was so thrilled.
What was your argument?
Well, it was on the Mass Pike, and I was going 57 and a 35, and it's
There's a 35
just
zone
like
on the Mass Pike?
Yeah, it's like one section, like right before the Ted Williams tunnel.
He was going.
Oh, I know that part.
He was going 57 through the toll booth.
I do like
That's what happened to
65
me.
to that area.
Yeah.
Everybody goes like 60.
I got
there.
pulled over for
Yeah,
that.
so like I had like all this evidence, like I took pictures of where I was, and I had where the cop was, and I got in there, and the magistrate's just like, yeah, you're the third one in a row in this exact same spot. I know it's bullshit, so we're gonna let you off.
Wow.
Oh, really? That sounds.
Wait, so
like
he's
making
still,
mad money.
He's like, I'm pulling you over anyway, but I'll let you off.
Right.
Why not just not pull you over?
Well, because like how many people did he pull over that day that just paid the ticket and didn't?
Yeah.
Like they're only
Exactly.
us.
They don't go to the court.
They don't
Yeah,
want the time.
the cops
later.
not
Like,
gonna bother.
They
it's
write
not
the
worth
ticket,
it.
and then you just send the check in, and then it's just resolved.
Right.
I mean, but I had the time to go in, so it was worth it to me. If you had to take a day off from work to go in and fight that, it wouldn't have been worth it. So
I think it still would have been worth it. You get hit on your insurance.
that's true. That's the big thing. It's not even the money you pay in the ticket. That's the big thing.
Yeah, exactly, because your insurance goes up.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. It's a
See,
total scam.
it's so weird how like that the whole traffic laws like work and how you're supposed to like maybe go in and fight it or pay it. Like recently, a friend of mine had a DUI, and I had to go out and save them. Like I bailed them out. They called me at 2 a.m, and they're like, "Hey, like this is what's going on." I had to go out and intervene with the whole process, right? And he opted to not take the breathalyzer. So when the cop gets out of he's like, all right, well, we're going to give you the breathalyzer.
Yeah, you can refuse.
But
You
if
can
you
refuse
say
it.
like, I'd like not to take the breathalyzer, and you're sloshing it
And
like
you
that,
automatically lose your license.
yeah,
Right?
You lose it.
That's
so-
clearly that
And
you're
then they
drunk,
wonder
though.
how a
Well,
retarded person was
so
driving a
here's-
car. What was that, Joe?
That was Dave Drunk. That was my impression of Dave
Sylvester
Drunk.
Stallone.
Yeah.
So here's what happens.
I'm having a stroke.
Here's what happens. If you
got palsy.
if you take the breathalyzer and you're drunk,
Why do you say that like a punchline, Joe?
if you take the breathalyzer and you're drunk, okay, if you blow over the legal limit, then the first offense is an automatic 30-day suspension. Okay? But if you refuse it, right then at that moment, that very second, right, then your license is suspended for 180 days.
Yeah.
But you can get a lawyer and go to court, and then they have to prove that you were drunk or intoxicated at that time. So now you have a better case, right? Like, so you can actually in 30 days go into court with your lawyer and say, all right, well, here you go, prove that I was drunk. Or I think what it is at that moment they have to prove why they pulled you over, right? Like if you were swerving, were you in danger, were you speeding, what was the main reason for pulling you over?
Can't they just show the dash cam?
I guess if they have a dash cam.
Or you can do what my friend did when he lost his license in high school. He just kept driving.
he didn't pull over?
Well, no, I mean he lost his license. They took his license, but then he would just continue to drive his car without a license.
Honestly, like how often are you really getting pulled over? Unless you're driving drunk again.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is then what? Like
Unless you're BK.
if you drive during the day on a suspended license, you're probably fine because cops aren't like out hunting for people.
Right.
But if you find yourself overnight, it's late, midnight or something. Like the cop comes up behind you, they run your plates, and then they pull you over. And then if you have they'll say, oh wow, shit. The person who's associated with this license plate has a suspended license. Let's get this.
That just happened to me last week too in New York. I had a suspended license, but I didn't know when I got pulled over
Why was your license suspended?
because of 2 tickets from 2006.
You never paid them?
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
See, that I mean, honestly, like in Virginia, though,
You're a
this
wreck.
this happened to me. Like
You're worse than me.
in Virginia, I got a ticket while driving a box truck. I didn't pull over for a weigh-in station that I was supposed to, and I told my boss, and he said he was going to pay it. and he never did. He never paid the ticket at the time. This was years ago. And they ended up suspending my license, and then I got pulled over like a year later. I got pulled over, and they're like, "Oh, your license is suspended." I was like, "Oh, shit." And they were like, "Well, we're going to let you go, but you have to obviously come to court, blah, blah, blah." Cool. Well, I kept driving, and 2 days later, I get another ticket. Well, okay, so then there's 2 court appearances on and I'm driving on and I had talked my way out of both of not talked my way out. The cop was like, "Just appear in court, blah, 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 come in, whatever." That's fine. Well, the first time, so now my court dates are a couple days apart from each other.
It's one after another.
Yeah, exactly. So the first day I go in, the guy's like, "All right, we'll pay your fines and we'll reinstate your license." All right, fine. The next time I went in, the judge, it was a different judge, and he was like, "Oh, so you continued driving on your suspended license after your first one. All right, well, I'm going to give you 10 days in jail, 9 days suspended." And I was like...
9 days after?
No.
Or during?
What
so
it
you
is
can't drive while you're in jail.
It's like you're in jail one day.
He's giving me 10 days of jail time.
Right.
9 days are suspended, so I have to spend 1 day in jail. So that's
I thought you meant
means.
like 9 days of your license being suspended, and I was like, that's weird.
So I spent, and it's not a day. Like I went into jail at 12 noon, and they let me out at midnight.
What do you do
in jail
for a jerk off?
For 12 hours in jail? Nothing, because I was in a holding cell with a TV, and it was just me.
Oh, you had a TV?
And a bunch of other degenerates.
What did you watch on the TV?
King of Queens. It was TBS.
You know what I think would be funnier is
that could be a lot worse.
What if it was like for only a day, but they would still put you into like the prison workforce? You have to like learn a job in the 12 hours.
12 hours?
Yeah, and you like have to get really good at it. You get tested at the end.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
I mean, that would have been on.
If you can't make a craft, like you have to stay in jail another day.
You could have left with like 10,000 cigarettes, just like being the king of jail.
Yeah.
I sat there.
Your basket's not good.
I sat there in the holding cell, and it was like I didn't do it. There was one seat that I had, and then I just saw other people come in and out. And some people wanted to talk, other people didn't. And I remember like toward later in the day, like when you got into the afternoon, the drunks started coming in. The first one was at 4:00. The first completely obliterated Mexican rolled in, and he was so shit-faced when they put him into the holding cell, he just collapsed on the floor, and he stayed in the floor in that, like, just landed face first into the ground, and he sat there for 2 hours and didn't do anything. Then he finally woke up, moved to a chair, and then passed out in the chair until later on.
That's the way to do it.
He was illegal. He wasn't in there legally.
Right,
they were I remember the police would come in and they were about to like do the whole paperwork to deport him. That's what they were working on with him. So it was a weird experience. Like they served you bologna sandwiches.
What was on a mustard mayonnaise?
Bologna.
No,
It was 2 pieces of
no
bread
condiment?
and bologna.
Oh man,
and a
slicer too.
One.
That's Michelle's favorite.
That's a high bread to bologna ratio.
And it was a warm.
Did they do a cavity search?
No, but it was a.
Was
warm,
there you just walked in with your clothes on? What if you had stuff in your clothes?
No, I mean they didn't. They pat you down obviously before they stick you. Because they kind of confiscate a bunch of stuff. They took my belt. They took my wallet. They took my phone. They took anything that I had on. Just my shirt and everything I kept on. So, and then the with the bologna sandwich, there was the little card, like the milk, like a little. It was warm milk, and I remember this guy in front of me. He wanted to trade my sandwich for his milk. I was like, out of the bologna and the milk, the best thing is the bologna sandwich. I don't want the warm milk. You can have my milk.
Well, it'll put you to sleep though, and you could sleep
I didn't want to sleep.
I don't know. I may have done that. I'm addicted to milk though.
Yeah,
you really wanted to be up for the King and Queen.
What if one guy in the jail cell had a chocolate milk?
Yeah,
it
would get ugly.
That'd be. They should do that. Just give one guy a chocolate.
I was
Everyone
glad.
else gets a regular milk.
I was glad that I didn't have
match.
to go to the bathroom because there was just a toilet in the room.
In 12 hours, you didn't go to the bathroom?
You should have forced yourself.
No, I didn't. I didn't piss or shit while I was there.
Body just absorbed it.
I'm so happy it did because that's all it was. There was a silver toilet. There was no lid on the top of it. It It was just
So
a
how many
silver
people
fucking
did
toilet.
you watch
God, you
go
don't
to the
even like
bathroom?
using a urinal next to people.
Luckily, nobody shit, but there were plenty of people
All
that
day?
went and pissed. Yeah, nobody shit all day.
Actually, I've been locked up overnight before
Yeah, me too.
for suspended license.
Yeah,
And
It's never happened to me.
And I remember washing my face. I got into a car accident, totaled my car. That's how.
Oh, Roman went to a gulag.
And that's because I fell asleep behind the wheel. I was too exhausted. So when I got put into jail, I just wanted to wash my face because I had blood on my face from hitting the airbag.
Gulag.
And the water never stopped running out of the sink at that point. It just overflowed and just ran through my floor. And I didn't have shoes on. So I ended up just stepping into it middle of the night without knowing it. And it was cold, no blanket, no shoes, warm milk. And I think they gave me something else I didn't eat because it looked like it has been setting out for the last few days. And it was horrible. Some guy like a cell across was like yelling in a different language into a phone that was still hung up. And there was another guy that's like on drugs, probably like a few cells down, just like yelling some shit. Also a different language. It was just a horrible experience, and all I wanted to do is just fucking sleep. And it was just horrible. I never want to go back.
The two things that I remember most.
I never want to go back. Like you spent like 5 years in lockup.
I'd go back. That wasn't there.
It was a nice vacation.
I know, but when you're tired, when you fall asleep behind a wheel and you crash a car and you go to jail and then you still want to sleep, that's what exhausted I have been. It was like 48 hours without sleep.
What else would you do but sleep at that point?
It was like a hotel stay for you.
Right. The things that I remember the most is there was a black prison guard that came in and he was checking everybody's like making because every once in a while they do a sweep to make sure that your
You're
number
very focused on like the appearance of these people. The
Well, hold
Mexican that walked in, the
yeah,
black
oh,
guy.
I was because I'm like I was just these are the things that stand out. So he was matching our like
Everybody's
ID
race.
number with us.
Everybody's race stood out
to make sure that we are who we are and we're in our actual cell. This guy, he had the same last name as myself. Okay, so he came by and
he was black,
and he checks
It's
it
weird.
right, and he goes, "Oh, come on, man! You're giving
Maybe he was your brother."
He was judging me. He was like, "You're giving our name a bad reputation."
Well, he's judging you.
Yeah, he was judging me, and I was like, "Oh, I don't. Dude, what the fuck do you want from me?" He's like, "Come on, man! You need to pick yourself back up." I'm like, "Fuck it, mother! You have no idea." Why I'm here.
Did you explain why you were in there?
No, I'm not going to get into a fucking debate with this prison guard.
Because he was probably right.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, you are kind of a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine.
I mean, you needed
Not
to
to
get your
be in
life
jail.
together. You
I mean,
had
well,
right,
for the
right.
name. For the name.
And the other thing was, at one point when they came in to do the sweep, the guy, there was this really tough guy type of prison guard, and he yanked the plug for the television out of the wall. He was like, "Come on, you guys, stand up!" And then he yanked turned the TV off, and it was like, "What do you?"
That'll teach you.
Yeah, like, oh man, you turned off King of Queens. Oh, you really showed us.
Did he plug it back in when he was done?
No.
Well,
I
that
plugged
sucks.
it in after he left.
That sucks for you because right after that was a Medea movie that you
Plug
could
it
watch.
back in,
Dude,
Dreg.
The police officer, the prison guard, asked me if I wanted to fuck his wife, which I thought was a random thing to ask.
Were you in a
That never
Showtime
happened.
sophomore
No.
warrant?
Well, no, because I was
hell
like,
of a prison.
can you loosen up my cuffs? Because they were like cutting into
He
me.
wanted you actually asked to loosen up your asshole.
And then he goes, "Do you also want to fuck my wife?" And I was like, "No,
I think
I
he's
just
being
want to get my
facetious.
cuffs loosened." So he just loosened my cuffs and left.
That reminds me of like
Wow,
one of my favorite
Russia's a
internet
weird
videos.
place.
Wait, he left the cuffs on you in the cell?
At first, I was the holding cell, and then I went to like the cell. Yeah, but as soon as I got put in, I still had cuffs on. Yeah,
As soon as they put you in a cell, they
Oh,
take the cuffs off.
Holding area was still
That doesn't matter. Holding area like you weren't in a cell?
correct. Yeah, it was just like a big room
Oh,
with like a bunch of people in it.
A gulag.
were they all cuffed?
There was only me in the beginning. I don't remember.
It was only
else.
Roman.
All right.
'cause
He was
they
the
didn't-
most dangerous.
Yeah,
You're
they
making
chose
shit up
Roman.
now.
No.
You imagine this whole
It was
thing.
just because it was
It's
like,
like, wait,
it was
what did they
early
do
in the
that
morning.
movie?
This was like at 8 o'clock.
No,
in the morning,
I was at the
dude.
detective's desk and I was giving my statement and I had the cuffs on the whole time.
Right.
Liz, how long were you in jail for?
I've been in jail once overnight and then once for a day.
A day.
Yeah.
Was it a day like 24 hours or the day of the 12-hour
Uh,
day?
I think it was like a few hours.
Yeah, yeah.
And they like bought me a sub at Subway.
Oh, you got
Clothes.
Subway.
Because I'm a girl or something.
They just walked by and they're like, "Hey, you want some Subway?"
Yeah, they
You're like,
ordered
"Yeah,
me.
you want a foot
They're like,
long?
"What do you want?" And
What do you want,
I
like a
took my
BMT,
order.
chicken teriyaki?
Did they pay for it?
Yeah, they paid for
Did
it.
you
not
get
me.
did you get a foot long or a
free
6-inch?
lunch and a place to stay. It's pretty sweet.
Do you want chips and a
Yeah,
drink with
exactly.
that?
You get sun chips.
Yeah, I got a Coke. Yeah.
Did you get a foot long or a 6-inch?
Okay, Joe.
I'm curious how much of a sub
I
they gave
understand what you're asking.
Did you throw your lot in with a gang?
Was that the overnight stay or the 12? That was the day.
The day, the overnight, I was like drunk and angry, so I was like smashing my head.
Which would be even better for Subway.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You needed Subway that
Yeah,
night.
Yeah, but then you have to use the toilet that's in the middle of the room.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
night she
remember
got
that.
Taco Bell.
I was always by myself, and it was never with
Oh,
anybody.
okay.
Yeah.
It'd be-
so,
That's not
It'd be
bad.
fun to get arrested with a friend. That'd
yeah,
be-
if you had somebody that you could actually pass the time with,
Yeah,
Like,
sure.
And have cards in their room too.
Yeah.
Play some cards.
Or you could break out.
Yeah, because they're going to let you keep the cards in the room with you.
It's a nice excuse to not answer your cell phone. It's like, I couldn't answer. I'm sorry. I was in jail.
I was in
I had my
Well, I
cell
just
phone.
wouldn't
I actually
answer it
texted
anyway, but-
people from my phone when I was in like.
All right, you were cuffed.
Yeah.
He was
And
off,
you-
and he had his
Yep.
phone
and
on him.
texting.
He was texting.
Because I was able to like get it out. I had like weird loose pants and
He had service
And having
there.
sex with the guard's wife. All at
Right.
the same
Yeah.
time.
This
No,
totally makes sense.
all true.
Yeah.
All happened.
So if you spend like one day or one night in jail, how does that like affect your record when?
It doesn't.
Matt
I
can't vote
mean,
anymore.
I'm sure that it's on there. Like it says that I did serve time.
Have you ever like gone for a job and they looked
No,
you up
because
and
it's
brought
not-
it up in the
it's-
interview or
it's
something?
It's a
Criminal.
misdemeanor. It's not on a criminal record or anything.
Yeah, when
Like,
they pull his file out of the file cabinet, it's just one line.
it does suck though, because like the reason
On
that I
private
went
record.
to jail was because
Your boss never paid.
The ticket was never paid for. So well, let's take the boss out of the equation. Say I couldn't afford the fucking ticket. Like it wasn't necessarily that I did anything wrong, other than I didn't have money. Like that's why I went to jail. I went to jail because I couldn't afford.
You went to debtor's prison.
To pay, and then
Well,
Something
that's it. They
outlawed
don't know
hundreds of years
what
ago.
the difference is. Like, you could either not afford to pay it, or you just decided not to pay it. They don't
sure,
know the
but isn't it
difference.
the job of the court to like fucking it? They judge each case independently.
Well, to be fair, it was only one day.
It was.
So-
They should have kept you there
well,
until
I mean,
you paid it.
Also, to be fair, is it was 10 days.
Get a
Right,
job in court.
right, but he commuted
They should
9 of
make
the
you
days.
work it off. Like actually do that much work.
That's what
the better.
I said. I was like, all right,
Yeah.
listen, I owe you X amount of dollars. Why don't you go make me work X amount of hours to pay off X amount of dollars?
Because it would have taken way
I
longer.
think it's
than
called
day probably.
community service, dude.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, that is what it's called. But why wouldn't they execute it? Why would they say, you know what? It's better that we
You're
put-
right.
Whoa, you
They
didn't
should
need
have
to be
executed you.
executed.
That would have been way better.
Why would we put you in a room?
They needed like a really strong
We'll
guillotine.
feed
though.
you our finest bologna sandwiches, and you can watch King of Queens all day. Okay, and you can have the toilet and watch everything that unfolds in front of you. And then at midnight, which is really funny, at midnight when they let me out,
Everything turned back
I
into pumpkins.
walked right to my car where I had parked it, got in it, and drove home.
They didn't even impound the car?
No, because it was in a legal parking lot. Like it's not.
Was your license still
I-
suspended? Or
Yeah, I didn't pay anything that day.
did they pull you back over?
I had to get home.
Dude, I got pulled over.
Wait, so do you still have to
like-
pay it?
Like an entrance ramp right back into the prison.
Do you still have to pay it after that, or were you like?
Yeah,
in a
yeah. I
clear?
mean, I paid everything that needed to be paid, and
And they
Yeah,
could have
but,
just
like,
kept putting you in jail like every time.
after
Kind of like
you-
when I would skip school, I would just go in, get suspended again, so I couldn't go in. Then I'd just stop going and get. It was stupid.
Dude,
but
I got
even
pulled-
after time served, you still have to pay on top of that.
yeah.
It's not just like, oh, you didn't
No,
pay time served, you're
Instead
done.
of
Well, no, I served the time, but I still had to pay to the fees to get my license
That's
reinstated.
ridiculous.
then the invoice for the room fee.
Right? Yeah. No, that,
cable.
It's not like you had the option to not pay. And just
Right.
Be like, can I not pay and just go to jail for
You,
a day?
you ordered all that pay-per-view.
Good fucking point.
Yeah.
Like, why can't you do that? Why can't you go in? Oh shit! I owe $900. Well, I would like to spend 2 days in jail.
Because it costs them more money to have you in jail.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can do that, but they don't tell you.
No, I don't think you can do that. That's why I said you still have to pay.
Yeah, I still had to pay.
You
It's
still
not
had
like
to pay.
after my day, they were like, okay, well,
Otherwise, you would do that. That's what I'm saying.
You can't serve the sentence in lieu of the fine.
No.
I'm pretty sure you can. Because what happens if you really are broke?
that's what I'm saying. Like, what if you really
They would
legitimately
finance
have?
you under bankruptcy laws or something. You'd have to pay like $10 a day or something, or a week.
Oh, I think you can set up like a payment or something.
You'd be garnished for however long.
yeah.
Dude, after I got out, my mom picked me up with my sister, which I don't know why my sister was there.
To make fun of you.
I mean, it's weird that she went.
Gets pulled over like half a mile out of the jail because we were looking for my car, like to see how bad it was, damaged. And the cop's like, "Why are you here?"
They just left your car there.
No. They impounded it into the lock because it was totaled, and we're on the way to see it, and then we get pulled over. I think she had like a taillight out or something, and she tells him like where we're coming from. So he makes me get out of the car and like searches me one more time in front of my mom
to make sure you didn't have anything from the jail.
Yeah,
you stole my crossword puzzle.
You're smuggling things out of the jail.
Again,
toilet wine.
It is weird. Like the whole thing is kind of an odd situation, but I mean it was fun. The way that they had the phone call thing set up is that like you get your one phone call. Like they actually give you a certain amount of credits. This was in Virginia. Like you get a certain amount of credits, and it allots to X amount of minutes on the phone. So you can just get on the phone and talk for that many minutes. And there were other inmates trying to like
sell their credits.
Yeah, they were trying to. Well, like, hey, I'll give you these credits if you want, because like I'm not going to make a phone call. So they were trying to trade credits.
For what? The milk or the bologna sandwich?
Yeah, essentially.
That's great. They're there for like 20 minutes already trading stuff.
It gets like.
Did you trade your credits or did you call somebody?
I called. I made my phone call.
You should have called me.
Cigarettes.
I mean, I know you don't
Order a
know me,
pizza.
but like,
Yeah.
How many
like,
minutes
call
do you
somebody,
get?
just shoot the shit.
There's no way I would not order a pizza. If
Yeah,
I
I
did
think
that.
it was 10 minutes.
He called the sex hotline.
No. When you call out, it does say to the other person like, "Oh, this call is coming."
Yeah, of
from.
course. So then
Yeah, but
I don't
you-
need to give him an address.
Do you get 10 minutes total, or is it you only make the one phone call
No,
up to 10 minutes?
No, you have 10 minutes total, so you could make multiple phone calls up to 10 minutes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Look good to know.
It's good to know because, like Dave said, you could make a really quick order
Call
of the pizza call.
I know,
and
but
then
Masters
post
is
time.
different. I was in Worcester, and we had a payphone in each cell.
Yeah, I think it's different at each location.
Yeah, I
What you
saw
should
on
have done-
Hackers you can hang up and dial the operator, and they'll call for you.
Yeah.
What you should have done is called the police and called the bomb threat.
Yeah.
So then they would evacuate the prison that you're in. So then you
That would
could
be
leave.
funny if he called and it's just the phone right next to him.
Yeah.
like at the officer's desk.
How long ago was it that you were in?
10 years ago.
10 years ago? Yeah.
I had I used to be a badass
Yeah.
back in the day.
Right. You
I
were
was gonna
tough.
say
I even got I got arrested once and I escaped. I ran away and I actually got away.
You did?
Yeah.
You got away
I
from
hid under the leaves and he
The
never found me.
leaves?
Like there was a pile of leaves.
Yeah, it was in the woods.
Did
yeah,
he
and
get
I,
cuffs
hid-
on you?
He's like, I'm gonna find you.
He's
You
yelling
know?
that in the woods.
He didn't put cuffs on me. What he did was he caught me.
Yeah.
And he's like, he had me climb over the fence first, like an idiot.
That's so
I climbed over the fence and then I just started
ran?
running and he started climbing over. And,
That's hilarious.
And then you just dove into some leaves.
Yeah.
Didn't you get tackled some other time?
Oh yeah, I got tackled at a
By a cop.
Walgreens or something.
Yeah.
A big black cop tackled me,
Well, why does he have
smashed
to
me
be-
on the
Wow.
ground.
Wow.
I
He
just remember being a big
just saw how
black
crazy
guy.
he was? You noticed?
I did, yeah.
So wait, when he tackled you, like what were you doing?
Did you like it?
I was running away.
Like it?
No.
No,
I
why
wish-
were you running away? Though?
I wish more
I
black
was,
cops
ste-
would
I was
tackle you.
stealing.
She
Yeah.
was
Oh, okay.
shoplifting.
Yeah.
Was that anything good?
It was like makeup or something,
Yeah.
Of course
retarded
it's
like
makeup.
that.
It's always makeup with
It
girls.
was probably from like a
Makeup's
grocery
too
store.
expensive, yeah.
Yeah. All the old shoplifting days.
I think it'd be funny if you were still doing that. We had to keep bailing you
Oh,
out
God.
and stuff. Like, she got tackled by the cops again.
Now I'm like the
We'd
opposite.
be famous
so.
by then if you were doing that. Actually,
On the way out,
No,
you
We'd be a
yeah.
steal
real famous
Joe's
band.
dishwashing liquid.
I
Still
wish
in you.
I had that because that means I'd have a dishwasher.
Wait, is that still with you? Like sometimes when you're in a store, do you think, oh, I could do this? Like
So now I'm like the opposite, so I would never do it ever.
right.
Yeah.
But sometimes I understand that you would never do it now.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah, we
haven't-
get it. Wink.
I haven't shoplifted anything since I was really young. But still, sometimes when you're going through the store, you're like, you see the item, you're like, oh man, I could do it. Like just in your mind,
Yeah.
like you're still really aware of like where the cameras are, where the staff's at. Even though you're not going into the store with the intention of stealing anything, but you're still so aware of like all the things to look for. Just in case you're like, oh, the cameras are there, and then the guy's over
This would be
there.
an easy one.
I could just I can put them in my fucking. There's the metal security tag, right? Like it's not there. I could
That's
just
the decoy tag, though.
right,
Nowadays,
in the pocket.
Whenever I'm in like a
So-
department store or something, I stare at all of the cameras I can find.
You sound like Nicolas Cage in Gone in 60 Seconds. He's like, oh man, I got the
Dave
taste
doesn't
for
even-
boosting cars again.
yeah.
Dave doesn't even go there to
The
shop.
hunger's there.
Just go in there and look at.
I want to boost.
Dave just wants to find the cameras and stare at them.
Yeah.
He has no money to buy anything.
Exactly. Yeah, just go look at the cameras, see if they'll ever notice.
You should
or
get
do
some
anything.
gig where you start crying blood. Just into the camera.
They already got it, except for they're black and white. I don't think they'd know.
Yeah.
No, they're color now.
I guess
Some of
are.
them are.
Well, it would just make it dark, so it's
Yeah.
like black shit running down your face.
That'd
That
be kind of
seems scary.
terrifying.
It would be terrifying. And then they'd say, "Sir, is there a problem?"
Yeah, I'm crying blood from my eyes. That seems like a huge problem.
I was waiting for you to notice.
No, you just be like, yeah. Do you know where the makeup is? Do you know where the bidets are?
Do you have any? Do you have anything for this?
So, so it's been a while since we talked to you guys, and we caught up. You guys been busy?
We have. We've been pretty busy.
How are you guys? Where are you guys at with this whole political race that's going on right now?
Oh man.
Oh, my purse.
What you need your
Did
purse?
you say
for
my
the-
purse?
for your
You have the
race?
political race.
Oh,
there you go.
Totally. You're feeling
Bernie.
the burn.
She's feeling the burn. I'm feeling the burn too, even though it kind of reminds me of my crazy uncle.
Yeah.
My dad's family's all from Brooklyn.
Both of the
they all look
leaders.
exactly like Bernie Sanders, the men and the women. They all
The
look
the Republican.
Exactly.
They're all bald.
They just all look like rah! They all get very angry.
That's
about
awesome.
The
things.
Republican leader and the Democratic leader are both the crazy uncles.
Yeah.
Like, that's where we're at. We are one or the other. You're voting in a crazy uncle.
Yeah.
They're just like these wacky guys that just get super drunk at the family party and are just shouting, all of this crazy stuff that we've never heard before, right? Like, it's just, that's where we're at.
I want to know if there's anyone in the world, in the country, who's like trying to decide between whether they're not trying to decide between which candidate to nominate. They're trying to decide between whether they're Democrat or Republican.
Right now.
Like, the country's so polarized. It just doesn't seem like...
Yeah.
It's just like, that never, ever crosses, except unless you're actually Donald Trump.
I never get
Yeah.
why that is a thing every election, because every election, like, they need to do, like, I don't know if I'm Democrat or Republican. Don't you remember from the last election which one you chose?
I guess there's some people who really are down. I guess if you're a libertarian, it must be hard to decide.
Right.
Because you're like, damn it. Like, I'm pro-choice, definitely.
Yeah.
But I'm also definitely want to keep my guns. I also definitely want to keep all my tax dollars. And you're like, none of these candidates have all those things.
Yeah.
So you are kind of like...
But, like, if that's
I
really
should
the
run
case...
because
if-
I can offer that if I run.
If that's really
Okay.
the case and there's so many people like that, why isn't there, like, a big Libertarian Party candidate,
Well, there isn't, but I think people like that,
'Cause they're usually crazy.
those are the people, though, that I'm saying are the swing votes that go one way or the other. They're the people in the... There's a certain number of Democrats, certain Republicans. There's those people in the middle that decide Ohio, and then we end up...
Well, that's just what I mean.
someone.
Like, it's all these, like, undecided voters. I'm like, well, you should have a general idea, right? Like, you made a decision last time
But they're
around.
undecided not because they
Right.
have no idea. It's because they are so torn on some of their issues, I think.
Most of them are just idiots and they don't know who they are yet.
I don't know that.
Most of them are.
Some might be.
There's probably a handful of them out there that are.
Handful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. This whole thing, like where we're at now, the whole Trump campaign in the beginning, you're just like, at some point he's going to drop out. And it just as he gains momentum, it turned from this joke. There's just no way. There's just no way to fuck this. This might happen. I almost think to the Republicans that were like, a lot of people that are like, yeah, fucking Trump, let's grab a beer and salute Trump. I think even some of them now are kind of like, fuck, I think this is going to happen.
Well, they should be fucked because he's actually more of a Democrat than any of the Republicans.
My
He
wife-
likes universal health care.
My wife the other day
What
just
the
said,
hell?
like, what if, can you imagine Donald Trump, like, meeting the foreign head of a state, like,
Yeah.
if he is the president? Like, what?
I think
She's
that'd be
gonna
awesome.
be like, how the hell are you? You're fired.
So American.
Oh man, it's good. It's interesting. Like this is the first time that we've had, I guess, the two leaders don't toe the company line of either party. Like, it's the Democratic.
Is
You
Bernie
can't
the
really say
leader?
Bernie is
No,
the leader.
he's not.
I was gonna say,
Hillary's-
He
Hillary's the lady.
in like 6 out of 20 polls in the past week, he was ahead nationally.
Yeah, but he's
He's
but
only
he's way
slightly behind.
Right.
No, he's way behind in delegates, though.
Well, that's
Yeah.
because super delegates. In
Yeah.
real delegates, he's one behind.
The problem is he just lost Nevada, and it's just like
Right. So he's actually
Barely.
one delegate behind. due
some
to that.
math I saw, and it said he needs to win like 58% though the rest of the way.
According
That's
to
pretty tough.
538, Nate Silver said that he's going to win 30 out of the 50 primaries.
Yeah.
Is that enough
Yeah,
to
I don't know.
make him the candidate?
It's close.
Or the
It
new
can
president?
be.
I do
Yeah.
read a lot of 538 myself, though, so I'm right there with you on that.
Yeah.
We were
But-
confused because we thought he was already elected a couple weeks ago, but it turned out he wasn't. That's
and
what
then
Dave said.
and then you've got Trump, who's just chaos.
Trump's interesting.
See, I'm more terrified of Rubio by far. I mean, being a liberal.
Yeah, but he's
Not Rubio.
But
Cruz,
if Rubio,
but-
I don't think Cruz has no shot at all. But if Rubio,
I thought
if he gets, if-
Rubio was.
What's scary
way
is that
under
if
the
Rubio,
radar.
I thought Cruz was number
see, if
2
Cruz
and Rubio
drops
was
out,
3.
then if Cruz drops out,
Right.
then Rubio could get a lot of his votes,
Sure.
and then beat Trump. And then what I'm scared of is that Rubio has a much better shot of taking down Sanders or Hillary than Trump does.
Actually, the only Republican that polls above Sanders is Kasich, and
but look at Rubio versus Clinton on like the polls. That's like 46,
that everybody
40,
beats
that's
Clinton. Literally everybody nationally beats Clinton.
Not Trump.
Right, except for Trump. For now. So any of the Republican candidates.
It's weird that
are
Sanders
bad for
beats
Clinton.
Rubio.
Yeah, well, not really.
But not Clinton. I think
Right.
it's
It's because Clinton's just a bad candidate. She might be like, I don't care if you think that she's a good politician, or whatever. You might like her politics, you might like her stances on things, but she's just not a good candidate.
She's flawed, and she's connected to a lot of history in Washington. Is the other problem? I think that's a bigger problem.
She's part of the dynasty.
Exactly. I think a lot of people are sick of the dynasty. You know,
Right.
The Bushes.
Well, yeah,
and
it's the Bushes or the Clintons.
Yeah.
It's been going for a while. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting.
I don't know where it's going to. I think it's interesting that we have no real idea where it's going to end up.
Yeah. It is
Definitely
like generally at this point you kind of have an idea like who the candidate's going to be and like which way it's going to swing, and at this point it's still kind of up in the air.
Honestly, 2 years ago, Republicans shot themselves in the foot by fucking up Chris Christie. He would have walked away with this election if they didn't fuck him up 2 years
he
ago
had
with the
already
bridge
screwed
thing.
himself up.
It was the bridge thing, and if they didn't fuck him up with that like whole scandal, then he would have walked away with this easy. I don't know what they were thinking.
And Joe Biden would have run.
They were thinking that they wanted more jokes about him eating ice cream.
They could have.
Liz, how's your relationship life going? Last time I think we talked, you were. Last time I remember our conversation, you had like a lot insecurities, kind of like some personal struggles. Like, you becoming more confident? You come in here with the middle eye.
Third eye.
Yeah, the third eye. Are you becoming more grounded? More.
Yeah, I'm being like super zen lately because I'm like so anxious. So I'm like meditating for 20 minutes a day.
Yeah, that's helping.
Doing the yoga. Yeah, it's like it's helping my anxiety.
Yeah,
Can you meditate while doing yoga, or are they separate acts?
You can do it at the same time.
She posts a lot of healthy food porn on the
Yeah,
internet.
yeah.
A lot.
Are you TMing?
What's that?
Transcendental meditation?
No.
I'm just curious what the difference is. I don't.
Why just look at me right away for that?
What?
I actually didn't know who said it. I get confused here sometimes.
She thought it was a disease.
Yeah,
She thought it was a disease.
I threw my
That's why
voice
she looked
from
at
it.
you.
Yeah. So you're the meditation's helping.
It is, yeah.
My wife struggles with a lot of anxiety. I mean, she's married to me, so I think that leads to a lot of it. But she just recently she went to pass her boards for. She went to school for mortuary science. So yeah. And
That's
then
very dark.
This week was the boards. She passed them. She
nice.
Which was good. But I remember the night before her going into the first one, she was just a wreck. Like just super anxiety. She's crying and upset, and I'm just like, here's the thing with people with anxiety. I don't get a lot of anxiety. In certain situations I do. I get anxiety, I think, when it makes sense to get anxiety. When things are really fucking bad and it's like, fuck, how do we solve this? If we don't solve this, we're fucked. Yeah. Whereas my wife will get anxiety over like, oh my God, the bananas went darker than they were supposed to, and how are we going to make banana bread? And I'm just like, well, let's go buy more fucking bananas.
No, but you want them dark.
No, you want them dark.
I'm just saying, like, maybe they went too dark. Like, they just went a step too dark.
It's never too
You
dark.
want
for
them
that.
black for banana bread.
I'm just saying.
You can have my black bananas.
The
please.
things that she
Maybe
tends
they're
to,
like not dark enough.
to get a little over the anxiety
You should
over.
tell her all the apps on my phone are like saving my life. So I have like an app for every
So
problem.
you're just plugged in. You're plugged
Yeah.
into all of these apps, and
yeah,
now
I'm like always on the apps.
yeah. Are you taking? And I mean, if I'm too personal, you can just tell me to go fuck myself. But are you taking any medication or
No,
like?
see, I used to take lots of medication
Yeah,
when I was a
like the
crazy
Xanax
person.
and,
yeah, but I'm also a recovered addict, so I can't take
Okay, so
any
now
of those pills. So now I have to like do it the hard way.
Yeah.
I had to actually like really like face my problems, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But like I do agree with medication for people. Like
Sure.
I think if
Sure.
you're like in a dark hole and you can't get out, like medication can really help.
My big thing with the medication is if you're going to take the medication, and I've talked about this before on the show because it didn't go so well for my wife, is when you have a family practitioner or like just the regular doctor prescribing the medication for you. That's where it goes wrong. Because the doctor, he goes, oh, you're stressed out? All right, let me prescribe you Xanax. You
Yeah,
come
or
back in, you're like,
Klonopin or-
I'm too stressed out. It's not working. Okay, let's up the dose. You come back in, and like the doctor, He's just he
To
can
be fair,
prescribe
it
things,
is
so
a-
he does it.
It is kind of a guessing game because they don't know how much is going
For
to
that
affect
doctor,
you.
it's a guessing game.
No, in
what
general,
he should do
a
is
lot
say,
of
you know what
our-
you need to do is go to a fucking specialist and have
No,
somebody
no.
analyze you
and spend
then
thousands of more dollars.
The original prescription, because I have
I'm
had
just
this
saying.
prescription before. It's like take between half a pill and 2 pills, depending on what works for you,
Right.
because they don't know the actual dosage.
Well, it also doesn't work because you hide your pills in fucking pudding.
That's also really weird.
I don't.
So you don't know how much you're taking.
Saw it when I
you're a
scooped it
dog.
out.
You take your pills like dogs or cats take their pills.
Yeah, Joe has been putting pills in pudding to take them instead
Listen,
of
I'm
just
gonna have the
eating
pudding
fucking
anyway.
crunch it?
It's
No, he
unbelievable.
doesn't.
Well, do you crunch pudding? I mean, you don't
But
chew
when
pudding.
I get to the
Yeah, then
part
you
with the pill, it's
definitely
gonna be
know.
like weird.
No, but you scoop out pudding and you just swallow
Oh,
it, so
swallow
the
it
pill
whole.
will come.
He's gonna roll it up.
I
in a
swallow
piece.
pills without even water. I just
Yeah,
put 'em- I just-
exactly.
Yeah, me too.
This motherfucker.
Hardcore.
Instead of just saying I've got a glass of water and I've got my Tylenol with codeine and this is what I'm going to take, he puts it in pudding.
Even if
Yeah, I just take my 2 ecstasies and I just
even if he wants to have pudding to eat the pill or whatever, put the pill in your mouth and take a scoop of pudding, not put the pill into
In the
cup of
background
pudding.
picture,
And then
there's a
wait until you
soda.
scoop
There was a
it.
soda in the background.
Why did you
of the
just talk
picture
over
he
me?
sent us.
It's not a soda; it was a seltzer water.
like stir it up.
Whatever, Joe. You can use that to take the pill.
It's insane.
I just don't know why people are giving me grief
it's
about
ridiculous.
it. Because what's the difference? If I drop the pill in the pudding cup and I'm eating the pudding, what's the difference?
Because it's ridiculous.
Why is it ridiculous?
Are you going to wrap your pills in cheese so you can eat it without knowing?
I have
Don't
done
give
that.
him ideas.
I have done
Maybe
that.
put it in a banana.
Because you're
A brown
behaving
banana.
like an
Crunchy
animal
peanut
who
butter, I'd
doesn't
understand.
understand what's good for him.
Yeah.
No,
I-
but sometimes like you get a prescription pill and it's like a horse pill. It's humongous, and you got to hide it in something.
I have some great advice to fix your wife's anxiety. Just live like me for a week, and then you'll forget that other things exist. It's
if
gone.
anybody
No,
lived like
it
you for a
works.
week, that their anxiety would amplify.
No
it.
way.
Yes,
Yeah,
dude.
It just once
Dave,
you.
when I was out of work for like 6 weeks, it was the
Nah.
worst feeling in the world.
Hey, you got to get over it.
Dave, nobody can live like you.
It's true.
No,
I
I'm
am
just saying,
perfect.
like, you can sit here and say, all right, well, live like me. Okay, so she has to find somebody that will house her and pay for
right,
all of her
that's true.
necessities?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Isn't that what you do?
no.
That's what.
Nobody can just do that.
Oh, I thought that's
Your parents
what people did.
have
Trust fund
destroyed
baby.
you as a human being.
Eh.
If your parents, I've said this a million times, your parents stop paying for providing you internet and cell phone, you get a job.
The thing is, though, I could see if his parents died or something, he had to move out of his house. He would find some kind of sugar mama or sugar daddy on the internet
No,
to take care of him.
he's already made it so that the parents left in the house, so he'll sell the house and have money to live
That's
off.
true. I did arrange this.
Sell the, but that's not going to last very long.
It's not gonna last.
last
Dave,
long enough.
Dave once told me that he could live off $40,000 for 10 years.
The comforts
Yeah,
of
easy.
Dave's life and I'm just saying, the internet and cell phone.
Yeah.
Take those out of his life
I don't
right
really
now.
need the phone.
Take the internet away.
I'm just saying, take both, because if you take the internet away and you still have the phone, you still have internet.
Yeah, but it's not.
I
the
get it's
same.
not the same, but you're still connected. Take your connection
What if we
away.
gave
But what about like the public library? Am I not allowed to go there?
It's just not going to work for you.
I guarantee you, he will find
you
someone to
masturbate,
take him in, though.
You masturbate way too much for the public library.
It's true. They have private rooms.
Yeah, but they're gonna be like, "Why is everything wet after you leave?"
Wet?
Or, you know,
am I
sticky.
pissing everywhere?
Does the public library not
Who
filter
doesn't
their
sweat
internet?
while they're masturbating?
Have you done that? Have you thought of internet friends to move in with?
Yeah.
Dave has already
Who are you-
has several
who are your
backup
choices?
plans.
I mean, it's irrelevant for me to say any names. I mean, it's
Is Goldie
ridiculous.
one of them?
I mean, everybody loves
That wasn't
me,
a
so-
no.
I don't know like where I would go first, but there are options.
How are you going to
Yeah.
travel to all these people?
I don't know. Yeah.
I think if
Get a
you-
stick and bindle, just walk.
to save Dave's life, they just need to stop coddling you.
Nah.
That's what'll work. But
So your brothers and sisters aren't going to fight over the house? You just get it?
Well, yeah, kinda, because it would go to me and my sister, but she's retarded, so she'd just give it to me to handle, and then
You'd
I would
fuck her
sell
over?
it and then give
So you,
half the money
you
to her.
would fuck her over. as
No, I
part
would
of
give her half the
record.
money.
well, the point here is that Liz has become more grounded as a human being. You were going in to do an audition.
Yeah, I just did another one like 3 days ago. The
Yeah?
Voice.
You did The Voice?
Hey, how'd that
That
even
must
go?
have been I didn't get it in, obviously.
Yeah.
I would have texted you if I did.
No, I sometimes
It's
watch
the big
Voice.
reveal.
Yeah.
Carson Daly shows up at your work with an envelope and he says you've been on The Voice.
Yeah.
So maybe it's still gonna happen.
It could still happen.
Oh,
He
that's
could be
true.
waiting
Yeah.
out. He's waiting in Joe's bedroom.
Yeah, he could show up. He'll show up in a Kia. That's how you know. So watch out for.
What did you
Kias.
sing this time?
I did Nothing But the Water. So it's like the scary audition where they have the producers
Yeah.
and the record, the platinum records on the wall, and it's like a fancy audition. And
Oh, was it like the more advanced
yeah, it's
one?
the more advanced or whatever. And like they have the huge camera that says "Smile" and you're on like film and everything. And I did fine. I did Nothing But the Water, but then like I felt like a little out of breath because I was nervous.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did "Shake It Out" by Florence and the Machine.
Yeah.
And I asked them why I didn't get on, and they said because I didn't have enough dynamics, which is weird, and because I'm too pitchy.
What?
Pitchy.
Yeah. But I've had laryngitis for 2 months now. I've got 2 viruses, so I haven't been able to sing. So that might be one of the reasons because I've been sick for so long.
Oh man.
Lame.
But
Yeah.
but I left feeling fine. That's like probably like my. I don't know. I've done like so many. I did Idol like 8 years in a row.
Yeah.
We
So I
heard
just-
that you can't sing your original songs on The Voice because then they'll own it.
Oh really?
Yeah, like
they
you
said
have to
don't
sing their-
your originals.
Yeah, you have to sing their catalog of songs, otherwise they own it for some period of time.
Oh wow. Yeah, Idol let you sing originals, but maybe they own those. I don't know.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a minor detail. Doesn't matter if they own your songs or not. Yeah. So you're still going on.
American Idol's done now.
Yeah.
No
So now I'm doing The Voice. So I'll go
Yeah.
back and do that same audition in 6 months. That'll be my.
You can keep going back, right?
Yeah, because now I have the in with the producer. I have her email, so I feel like she forgets about me every time, and I like reapply, and she's like, "Oh, you're in." So
Do you already know
so
like
weird.
which coach you'd pick if you got on?
no, because I actually don't watch the show. Like I refuse to watch it.
Right.
He doesn't understand how it works.
Yeah, You're just
Not
like, I'm gonna
really.
keep
I know
singing
that
until they
there's-
say I'm on the show, and then they're
Yeah.
gonna be like, "Who
I
do you
like
want?"
too
on the
much
show called The
anxiety
Voice.
to
I have a
watch
voice.
it.
Sounds good.
They're gonna ask you who you want
Exactly.
as a coach, and you'll be like, "I don't know."
Who are you people?
What's happening? Where am I?
You
I
want?
know.
Wait, who
You
would
could have
you?
Gwen Stefani. That's
Yeah.
isn't she one? That's pretty cool.
I don't think she is.
She's
Or
not
she used to
anymore.
be.
Oh, damn.
It's
Wait, and
Christina.
then Blake
Is
on
Usher
there or
still one of
something?
them?
I don't think so.
Oh, his name's Ursher.
Pharrell.
Ursher?
It's Pharrell, Christina, Adam Levine, and Blake Shelton.
Maybe Blake. I don't know.
That's
Pharrell
what you
Williams
think?
would be kind of cool.
Can
Yeah,
you
or
get
him.
Gilbert Godfrey?
Pharrell Williams is like the smartest. He's like super smart.
Dude, they should totally do a voice where there's just like they have a fifth judge and it's Gilbert Godfrey. That would be amazing.
I think you're a little pitchy.
Okay, that was terrible.
It should be Gilbert Godfrey on one end.
Bobcat?
No, I was going to say Ben Stein on the other.
Well, that was pretty good.
Yeah, you can just win his money at some point. Like you just get to a certain level and
How did
you
he
just
become famous? Like
Ben Stein.
were
Just
all his
for that-
auditions just really boring?
Yeah,
he was a
that's it.
comic actually, wasn't he? He was a stand-up
I think
comic.
he did stand up.
Well, he
and,
also had money, and then you could win it.
That was on the Comedy
Yeah,
Central.
wasn't he like a business commentator or something?
He wasn't.
No,
he
that was
like-
much later.
Wasn't he like a senator or something too?
A senator?
No.
Jerry Springer was. I know that much.
No, he was the mayor of Cincinnati.
Jerry Springer was a
Yeah,
mayor.
that's one thing. I knew
You're
he was
thinking
like
of
a
Al
politician.
Franken, who's a senator, maybe.
No, Jerry Springer was also like
Or
He was a
Al
mayor.
Snow.
He was a mayor. Yeah.
yeah, he's something.
We just said.
Cincinnati.
Literally,
Yeah.
just went over
I
that.
thought Ben Stein was the mayor. I'm sorry.
No, Ben Stein had that show Win Ben Stein's Money on Comedy
Yeah, that's what we
Central.
talked
He was Ferris Bueller's teacher.
Yeah, fair.
And he
I mean,
talked about the mask in the mask.
Bueller.
And Clearasil commercials.
Yeah, Clearasil commercials.
Dry. No. Oh.
Oh, he was a speaker.
Clear eyes.
Yeah, it was
Clear
Clear
eyes.
Eyes, not
yeah.
Clear
Thank you, Anchor.
Dry eyes. Clear eyes.
Anchor clarified he was a
Now I know
speechwriter
who
for
you're
Nixon.
talking about.
Yeah. You know what I mean.
Ben Stein was a
Yeah,
speechwriter for
Yeah,
Nixon?
he was a speechwriter for Nixon and Gerald Ford.
Oh,
Wow.
dope.
He sounds like Gerald Ford. A little bit.
Don't know what Gerald Ford sounds like at all.
Yeah,
Like the boring voice.
Adam, in his off time, just watches Gerald Ford speeches.
Don't you remember when
He
he
was
was on the
parodied on
Simpsons?
the
Remember that
Simpsons.
State of the
Parodied
Union
on the
Exactly.
Simpsons.
You
That's
guys
how I
remember
know
that State
it.
of the Union? That was like what back in
Right.
'78.
Right. He likes to jerk
Gerald
off
Ford
to that
wasn't even
stuff.
then. That was, like, earlier.
He just watches old presidential speeches and just tugs his pud to it.
I think I learned everything about history from The Simpsons.
I mean, it's the best
Likely.
best place to learn anything. I would assume, right?
It's surprising how much like you did learn from The Simpsons. Because I remember like in elementary school, so many times I was taking tests. Like I remember that from that Simpsons episode, like all the time. You didn't do that?
I wasn't allowed to watch the show.
I wasn't either.
Yeah.
Wasn't like the Whacking Day episode, they like recreated that picture of like RFK getting shot or Reagan getting shot or something?
I don't know. It was
like so historically accurate.
I'm in the same boat as Liz. Like my parents said, you can't watch The Simpsons, and then I'd go over to my friend's house, and he like recorded all of them on VHS, and he had just tons of them. So we would just go over there and watch Simpsons and horror movies all the time.
Yeah, I watched Chucky. You know.
Yeah,
I remember that.
He had them all. Like, and then I wasn't allowed to watch any of it. Just my parents were like, "No, you can't watch this. No, you can't watch."
I wasn't allowed to watch MTV until I was a teenager.
Yeah, MTV.
So I was
wasn't-
the bad friend who lets you watch everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Always one.
Yeah, you were my bad friend.
Yeah.
That was like.
Well, no, I wasn't. I had to go to the bad
Oh,
friend's
you had to go to-
house.
yeah.
Then I would go to my next door neighbor's house, and he'd just have his dad's porn on VHS and just show you. You know.
Yeah, I was that friend.
Those friends were
That
weird
was
though.
me. Yeah.
Like I had a friend in 3rd grade, and like went over his house, and maybe 4th grade, and he like had like Playboy pictures all over
What
the wall.
was
That was a really strange
What just
thing.
happened to
I
you?
coughed. I'm sorry.
It was not
That
even
was
just
not
a
a
cough.
cough,
Like,
that was the
something
monster.
tried to escape your body.
Might
You're
be a
actually an
monster.
alien. It's like the
It could be. You should check.
He just had porno on his wall.
Well, like no, like Playboy spreads, but like he was in like 3rd grade. It was like it was a
And his
pretty.
parents
they
let
had-
it up there?
Well, this was a pretty sketchy house.
Yeah.
This is like not your average.
He was a crack baby.
They probably making meth in the basement, but yeah, but it's just like it definitely. I just remember being like, "That's weird."
It was the 3rd graders Playboy spreads.
They were on his wall, and like there's no way his parents didn't know they were there.
It's like Big
They
Bird
had one
with
of
no
those
feathers.
huge. They had a dog that was like one of those old English Mastiffs,
Yeah.
like 300 pounds. It was like named Bubba. Beware the dog signs there. I was terrified going over his house. I went there like twice, never went back.
I remember
It's like a
the-
movie
hell
or
no.
something.
There was
He
a
was
friend of
scary.
mine that
James
like
Mormon.
at his
That's his name.
10 or 11th year old birthday party. We went over to his house and like he got on the internet and there was this game that you could play where it was Bill Clinton and all it was you had his hand and his dick and that was like the gun, right? And it just scrolled back and forth and there was Monica Lewinsky.
Oh, yeah,
you were,
I remember
you were
that.
trying to
Yeah.
shoot her dress with your dick. So you just cum would come out and then you would shoot it at the dress and she was moving back and forth and you were trying to hit the dress. And I remember his mom came in and I thought, "Oh shit, we're caught." And she goes, "What are you guys doing?" And he goes, "Oh, we're playing that Bill Clinton game." And she goes, "Oh, you're playing that silly thing again?" Oh God. You probably shouldn't do that with all your friends here. And then she walked out of the room. And it's just like there was no supervision.
Wait, how old was he or you?
I mean, I think we were like 10 or 11. I mean, whenever the thing happened.
Yeah.
Like that, what was that, 90?
99?
Yeah, that was before that, right?
He
Yeah.
left office in 2000, so
He was impeached.
somewhere between 96 and 2000.
And then he grew up to chase women around parking lots with his dick.
Right. So, I mean, it was at that. I remember my brother drove me down there. He dropped me off because it was a sleepover and then picked me up the next day. So, but yeah, that was that was weird. I thought, oh shit, we're totally screwed. His mom got us, and she's like, "Oh, that silly game." Well, be careful what you do on there. And then we cruised around in chat rooms and tried to get girls to cyber with us.
Remember AOL chats?
I do. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, we are going to talk Analog Heart. Okay, you guys got some shows. Got the release, the CD release, which I have the
Yes.
CD. I have it right here.
You are very
Are you gonna
lucky.
play a
I
song
am
from
so
it?
excited. We're going to play a song. We're not going to play it right now. We'll play it into Harvey's headlines.
Okay.
They're going to play some songs. We're going to talk about shows. AnalogHeartBand.com is where you can go. Follow them on Twitter. If you have Twitters, most people do. I don't use it very often. Okay.
It's
I
a
don't
lot
either,
of
but you can
upkeep.
follow us. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Anchor just stopped listening thanks to you.
He doesn't like burps now?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't like
what?
when people burp.
That was
in the
like
mic.
2 years ago that he said he would stop listening to any show that somebody burps.
Yeah. Well, we've been good for 2
We have
years,
been
and now
pretty good.
Roman just
I
fucking
didn't realize
ruined
that
it.
was the case. I would have been burped 2 years ago.
You have no mic etiquette at all.
No, he's pretty terrible.
I'm horrible. That's why I'm still the intern, dude.
Roman doesn't have any etiquette
Okay.
at all. Period.
I don't,
Like he's
actually.
just a terrible human being.
I don't care. That's why.
It's
Didn't
not
you hear
even that
that
you don't
scream
care.
earlier?
Here's the thing. It's not that you don't care.
You actually care a lot.
You're just too stupid to understand anything that's going on around you.
Sure. Why not?
No, that's it. That is the reality of it. And you think that you're more important and you're smarter than you are, but you're not. You're just a stupid fuck like the rest of us, but you think that you're better.
I'm not.
But you think that you are.
I'm not.
But you think that you are.
No, I don't.
You do.
That's because I am.
You do think that you are. You're trying to get away with it, but it's fine.
Thanks, Matt.
No problem, buddy.
I feel better.
Hey, I'm just trying to help you
I'll
out.
see you next week.
I'm trying to help you.
Same
become
time
a-
next week.
Listen, some people think when you say something bad about them, like a negative thing, like listen, you're a piece of shit. That's a. I'm just trying to tear you down. I'm not. I'm trying to help you become not a piece of shit anymore.
To be fair, nobody takes like you're a piece of shit constructively.
To be
and
fair, don't
changes
try
their
that with your
around.
wife.
Yeah.
I think it's too late.
That's kind of their
Nobody
own fault.
decides I'm going to change my life now that you called me a piece of shit.
Well, that's your.
That's
your
their
fault.
own decision. I mean,
Yeah. Oh, wait.
they could either do that or not do that.
Felipe's in the chat. Matt should continue the end of asking bands that know Monkey Knife Fight how they like.
He meant
ours.
trend.
Oh, there's a trend.
We
The
know
trend.
Oh,
not
the
the
trend.
end.
We know Monkey Knife Fight.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you're the reason we
Was
had
that a
Monkey
trend?
Knife Fight
Oh, okay.
in studio.
Was that a trend?
Yeah. I like them a lot. They came
Yeah,
in.
they're
They
hilarious.
played a song called Cosmonaut, and it was fucking. It was beautiful. We had a beautiful moment here in studio.
we
Yeah,
put it on,
they're cool
on the
dudes.
YouTube.
I like those
Yeah,
guys.
they're so nice.
Yeah, yeah. We need. We
They
do need to have
premiered
They're
it on
coming
our
out with
show.
a new album too. so-
Yeah. Oh, but they're doing it like weird, like over the span of.
Yeah.
Like they're releasing songs and they got this whole plan. We
Yeah.
do need to have them back in because I really did enjoy them. So guys, don't worry. I'll send you an email. Calm down.
Right.
Back to the constructive criticism, and then we got to go to break. You have to tell people their way they can improve their life.
I refuse to improve my life.
Yeah, but like
I
if-
know you do.
If I just called you a piece of shit right now, you wouldn't say like, "Oh, I've got to turn my life around."
Why wouldn't you say, "Why am I a piece of shit?" And then I can list the reasons why you're a piece of shit, and then you fix it.
All right, Matt.
You need to bury your head.
One more
And
time.
can't hear it.
Why am I a piece of shit?
Well, right
you
now
seen
it's because
yourself?
of your mic
It's like
etiquette.
if your asshole's covered in shit, you wipe it clean. So we're just trying to wipe you clean
Right.
and make you a better asshole.
Exactly. Thank you, Adam. You couldn't have put it any better than that right there. Take that, and then we can fix it.
I don't know what to
Fix yourself. Just honestly, if suicide's the way to go, it's just the way to go.
All right.
All right, we'll be back. We've got Analog Heart, analogheartband.com. In studio, they're going to play some songs, and we're going to talk about their shows and everything that's been going on with you guys. The album is done. It's in my hands, and I'm excited about it. It's for me.
Wait,
Son, here I come.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How come you never recommend Suicide to Joe?
He
I
has.
I
Have you not listened to the show?
No, I never said.
Well,
Why was
because
start of the show?
Realistically, between the two of you, the one person that I would like to see less of is you.
Why?
I
Joe
still
has
like
more face, dude.
He does have more face when
Okay,
he shaves.
why?
Right now, his face is down to a minimum because he's
I have
let
a
the beard
beard.
grow out.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so do I, dude.
No, you got
have
more
nothing.
face.
You should
Yeah.
grow a beard.
We will be back.
Hey, this is Sam Huntington. Dick, 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 dick. You're listening to Lotus Cast.
Where the conversation will make your mother sick. We're counting alcohol in 3 black guys. We say weed and drink stick, and one of us is high. Wheelbarrow full of dicks. Wheelbarrow full of dicks. Where the beat is jokes come fast and quick. We've been getting away with this for far too long. Join us Monday nights on strangelabel.com.
Push me out from the darkness to a sky that's colored blue. Somewhere someone's finding happiness while I'm still here so hung up on you. Nothing is real, and I want you to know that I'm not alright. Tear open my chest, I'll try not to flinch. I won't make promises, I won't make promises. You taught me that I'm still losing what's left of my self-esteem, and I'm still hardest things to say, oh, the words that mean the most. So I'll bite my tongue till it bleeds, and I doubt you'll even know. The easiest things to fake are feelings to fool someone else. And I've been tricked for so long, but you spent these last few months in my own hell. A failed apology, a day too late, but now I see that all you really wants to see me dangle net first from a tree. But what would you need me for? You got friends galore, and all you've ever been to me is a waste of time and nothing more. Nothing is real, and I want you to know that I'm not alright. When you tear open my chest, I'll try not to flinch. I won't make promises. You taught me that. Just enough to love you.
You're listening to Strange Label, the finest in internet radio. Strangelabel.com.
Damn, Daniel! Damn, Daniel! Damn, Daniel! Back at it again with the white vans. Damn! Damn! Again with the white vans. Daniel. Back at it again with the white vans. 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 Daniel. Back at it again with the white vans. Back at it again with the white vans. Back at it again with the white vans. Damn, Daniel.
Hi, everybody. This is John Barrowman, and you are listening to the Lotus Cast. And get your geek out and pay attention.
Guys, we are back. It is the Lotus Cast. LotusCast.com is where you can go to listen to us live every Thursday night, 9 to midnight. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at the Lotus Cast. Strangelabel.com. Check out all of the fun shows. That is our network. That is our second home. A lot of good friends over there. Wheelbarrow Full of Dicks, the Furnicast, Chris Brake Show, Not Safe for Water Coolers, Leroy and Earl, a bunch of other shows. Just go check out the schedule. Tons of podcasts. If you like good just talk, radio, podcast, comedy, there's something there for everybody. You should enjoy it. Download the TuneIn app on your phone. Search Strange Label. Save it and listen to it anytime. There's always content there, 24 hours a day. So please go check out strangelabel.com. Analog Heart. Here they are in studio with us for a second time.
Yeah.
You guys weren't scared away the first time. That's
Not
good.
quite.
Yeah.
That's why she got pulled over. She was speeding away from us.
I like that we've developed. I mean, I don't know. Are we good that we can say we're friends? Are we friends?
Sure.
Now?
We're buddies.
We're creative pals.
Yeah.
Like you guys have your thing, we have our thing,
Buds.
and then we're friends. You know, we're not like close friends where I'm going to come over for dinner, unless you want me to. In which I will say yes.
You can invite us over for dinner, but you can't come over for dinner.
Okay,
That's what I
well,
would say.
that's also fine. I don't mind that. I have this, I have this problem. It's my own insecurities that I deal with, which is when we have guests on, okay, that I want to be accepted by them. And the other person that kind of suffers from this is Mike Moore from Wheelbarrow Full of Dicks. And we've talked about this before. And, like, we've had bands on our show that I was really huge fans of when I was a kid. We've had Nick Thomas from the Spill Canvas on. We've had Sean from The Matches on. We talked to the guitar player from... what's that band? Boys Like Girls. Like we've had a lot of bands on that. As a kid, I was I love their albums. The lead singer from Ice Nine Kills. Like these just bands that I was really huge fans of. And then I hope that in some capacity they remember us and they accept us. But it's like I understand too.
Do you
that
really
we're just
expect that?
I want it. I don't expect it because I realize that we're just a blip on the radar. We're not even a blip. We're like, oh, this accidentally happened. Like our publicist accidentally scheduled this podcast, and here I am talking.
Fooled you.
Yeah. And I realize that it's just forgotten about, and they shouldn't. They have no reason. But I'm hoping that in some
you couldn't even
capacity,
remember that guy's name, and you're hoping that he remembers you.
John Keefe.
Are you sure?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. You're like that guy in the band, the guitar player.
John Keefe from Boys Like... But I'm just saying, like, I hope that we make connections with these people and that they remember me. And I want them to just... At some point down the road, like, I could send out a tweet and they're like, oh, yeah, the Lotus... But it just... It hasn't happened. And
Do you think that they would remember you in particular, or just that they were on the show?
Well,
and some annoying guys
here's the thing.
Screamed at them for
my
30
hope
minutes.
is that my number 2 hope is that they remember the show. My number 1 hope is that they remember me.
But why would they remember you in particular?
There's no reason. Listen,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that there's any... there's no logic around this. It doesn't make sense. I'm just some dumb voice that's talked at them.
Right.
But I want them... I desperately want these people...
Like, if anything, if you tweeted at them, like, oh, yeah, I kind of remember the name of the Lotus Cast, they're not going to remember, like, oh, Matt. I
Oh
talked
my
to
god,
Matt.
dude! Listen, I understand this is embarrassing. Like, this is stupid for me. I shouldn't feel this way. But like, I will tweet at them and be like, like I'll interact with them on. I mean, it's gotten as bad that I have some of their phone numbers and I'll text them on occasion.
Has anybody ever
I
responded?
never got a text.
No. Well, here's the thing.
You're gonna start writing letters to them with stickers all over.
Right. When
you're my favorite.
Like I think after you guys were on the show, we tweeted and there were retweets and like there was a positive vibe. We've talked about you guys on the show before. Like we were like, oh man, and honestly, we've had fans of our show that are like, hey, I will say this, don't take offense to this. Our audience is a bunch of assholes, and they don't care about anything that we do on this show. I think they only use this as an avenue to get together on Thursday night and chat in the chat room. They don't talk about anything that we talk about.
Well, they're saying the worst interview was their favorite.
What was the worst interview?
3 p.m.
3 p.m.
Yeah.
The teenagers you
we had
found?
this kid, like, it was the one and only band that ever reached out to us to do an interview, like their publicist or whatever. And it's not even like they're a big band. They're a group of kids down in Baltimore that were in a band. And I think they got lucky and played some Warped Tour dates. And like their publicist reached out to us, and then we booked them. And it was the worst thing ever because, I mean,
So
Just-
how's like science class?
Imagine a bunch of kind of egotistical 16-year-olds.
Oh, I hate those.
And they think like their band was hot shit, and then they were on our show, and they were on the phone, which is even worse because phone calls never work out. They are, for whatever reason, they're just awkward, and yeah, that was terrible.
I
But
hate 16-year-olds.
16-year-olds are awful. Yeah,
But that's why the fans are assholes, because they love that.
Well, I think,
Yeah.
Liz, do you remember all the radio people and shows you've ever been on? We haven't been on that many, but we've
No,
been on
I
a
mean, I
bunch.
honestly can't remember anything. So if you told me like any names, I can't really remember.
I mean, like, do you
the
like have an
show.
impression of like the show? Like, if you went back
Yeah,
to, you'd like
I
to remember
remember
the
the
people.
show,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So,
I remember it
think
clearly.
Well, do you remember it being a positive, or were you like afterward, like, well, I
It
mean,
was
you're
fun.
back
It was
again,
positive,
so that
yeah.
you're here.
we thought it was a little zany, right? We thought it was like,
You guys are much better than like other shows we've been on. I
That's
shouldn't
good.
say any names.
Are
I was
we-
going to.
yeah.
Like
I don't even know
I'm
which
not
one you're
gonna
talking
say,
about.
but-
There was some
Yeah.
weird ones. That
Yeah.
wasn't that bad.
Matt's anxiety is so relieved right now that you said that.
Yeah, no, it is. Now, hold on. You remembered me the most out of the group, right?
Well, yeah,
Right.
because you talked the most.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Okay, good.
And also, you
Wait.
Facebook friended me, and you're the
Did
only
you
one, I
remember
think,
Matt's
so.
name? Like, or would you have remembered his face from the
I
show?
do because of Facebook, though.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
I
that's
did-
what I was
yeah,
gonna say.
yeah.
Facebook.
See, that's another thing is I hope to connect on like, well, we're liking stuff from each
Yeah.
other. You know, like I would love to be Buddy's friend on Facebook from Senses Fail, and then we were both liking each other's posts.
I was actually super stoked about that. Recently, I randomly reached out to a singer of a band I loved in high school from like 15 years ago, and he was like, I thought he was like famous. He was on the Ozfest tour back then.
Yeah.
It was the band Kilgore. I don't know if you remember this.
Okay,
band
yeah,
from
yeah.
Providence. And so I reached out to their singer because I was like literally listening to their music, and I was like, oh man, I just like, what is this guy up to? And I like looked him up, and I saw that he had played at the same festival in Worcester we had just played at, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh man, I didn't even know he was there with his new band. So I just like emailed the guy, and he got back to us, or got back to me, and we just started talking. I was like, dude, I loved your band, and next thing I know, we scheduled a show. We just played a show with them in January, and it was so cool. Like
Awesome.
meeting like one of my
Yeah.
like heroes, kind of. Like
Yeah.
just playing a show on like as peers with him and
Right.
everything. And it was like really cool. And now we're Facebook buddies.
Yeah.
It's so
He
great.
opened for you.
I know he opened for us, which is really hilarious. That was
Yeah.
like the funniest part. So.
I don't know.
But-
It is my own problems, and it is embarrassing because I tend to grovel a little bit when it comes. But hey, I mean
no begging required with us. We're easy.
Well, and I like that. Like there are some people that we've become friends with on this show. It is funny too that it's mainly
like Lou Ferrigno.
Lou Ferrigno.
Oh my God, that was the weirdest fucking
Yeah.
shit.
Lou Ferrigno.
Well, he wised up. He stopped responding to you, right?
No, I can
That
text
was
him right
my-
now and he'll respond.
That was probably my favorite interview. that
I
we've
thought he
ever
stopped
done.
responding to you.
No, he didn't. He stopped interacting that night, but I did text him back again, like a couple days later, and he sent me a text back.
He stopped responding because he found out who your wife was.
Yeah, maybe he may have Googled her.
It was trap porn.
Yeah,
That was fucking hysterical. I can't believe he bought that so easily.
He was into it.
He was so into it. He did it to himself.
He did. If you don't know what we're talking about, before we did Rhode Island Comic Con last year, we interviewed Lou Ferrigno.
I think you were talking about it last time. Yeah. Wasn't it something like crazy with
This just
porn
happened
or
a couple
something?
minutes, a couple months ago, rather.
Yeah, this was just like.
So you had like another story like that.
Yeah. Well, Lou Ferrigno,
About
like we were texting after the show, or maybe it was before. Oh, it was before we interviewed
before
him.
yeah.
And basically, he was telling me he had this awful meal experience where he ordered swordfish like 4 times, and they had to return it every time. It was dry, or it was this.
I
or it
would
was
not.
that.
I would not touch it after I sent it back the second time.
Yeah, I know.
When it's on it from
Right?
the kitchen.
But
then.
he kept returning it, and then he settled with a burger. And anyway, I sent him a picture. I was like, I sent him a picture of my wife. It wasn't my wife. It was Bailey J, the transgender porn star. And
because what was the line? It was, if you think that's lucky, you should see my wife.
Yeah. And then he asked for pictures.
He asked for the picture.
Yeah, I remember because I said, yeah, well, you should see the girl I'm married to.
Creepy.
And he wrote back, he was like, ooh, send pics.
Yeah.
And then I sent him a picture of Bailey J, and he was like, oh my God, you're so lucky. And then, like, he
wanted to fuck Bailey
He
J.
really, well, he was really into it. I
Poor
mean, to
guy.
be fair, Bailey J is a very
Right,
attractive.
absolutely. It's just,
If you didn't
it's
know that
funny.
she was transsexual,
Even knowing that she's transgendered, I would still lay with
I
her.
mean, yeah.
I would cuddle.
I'm
with
just
her.
saying, yeah.
I'd hold hands with Bailey J. That's what I'm saying.
I just see a picture of her. I've never
Pull
seen
up a
her.
picture of Bailey J and throw her up. Bailey J is
not one with their penis out.
Yeah, because we
no
can't do that.
penis.
Guys, if you wanna watch
There.
this show, you can go to
Well,
thelotuscast.com,
'cause
click
it's
watch live, and actually
her
see
penis?
everything that's going on in the studio.
It's saying her penis. Like that sounds strange to say.
It is strange, but that is not for long. It is proper to say.
It
her
is the
penis.
proper way to say
Oh, and I think last time the story you had like a porn star in here or something like that, right?
We've
I
had
remember,
porn
like,
stars on.
She was like showing her butthole. or
Oh,
something.
you came on after that. Okay, that was Kiss of Sin.
Kiss of Sin. Yeah.
And we got banned from our account.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. So this is Bailey J. Just I mean that's Bailey.
Oh yeah, yeah. I guess I would be fooled too.
Oh, she's very attractive.
Especially like on a cell phone picture, you know, you're looking far away.
I mean, even all of her modeling pics.
Her boobs look
she looks
really
good.
real.
Yeah, she definitely.
She's like Katy Perry.
Wow, you would never know. Jeez.
You're right. Like if you walked into any bar,
Yeah, I could see what you mean. I would like.
and she's there, you're like, wow, that's a pretty good looking chick.
Yeah.
Why is
Who
Amy
cares?
Schumer one of these?
Where? Oh, she's just. They've done shows together. I'm pretty sure Amy Schumer's been on her podcast.
That's also Bailey J. You could be confused.
You could be confused. But yeah, there she is. And she's got a monster cock.
Wow.
Her dick is so big.
It is?
Yeah, oh
I
my
was like, where is it? Tucked
Is he
behind.
tucked?
I know she does a lot of tucking.
Yeah.
Dave, take it down. I'll find
She actually takes a lot of photos on her Twitter where it's like, I don't know, Jesse, if
You
you
need a lot of thigh gap for that.
I don't know if you've experienced this. Like we talk about on our show, Small Penis Days, where like there's a day where your dick is just way smaller than it ever is.
I never heard of that.
I never thought about that.
Yeah. So some days you just wake up.
Never thought of a day of it.
I don't know. There's a day where my dick is just so puny all day that even when I go take a piss, like I have to
Maybe it's
fluff.
like super cold or something.
It's not that. It's just like
He's got to find it.
there's a
It's
day
lost.
where my
It's a day,
dick
yeah.
just recedes.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
it's
happens.
It's like an old man's
like the
hairline.
male
Yeah.
kind of
Because like
cycle.
I don't
the
know if I have
opposite,
that.
the opposite also happens where one day it's just like
Yeah.
holy
Huge.
shit.
Well, some days, yeah, it's just
Hey,
like
I'm hanging now.
relaxed. It's just like flopping all over
Yeah.
the place, and you're like, wow. But with Bailey J, she will do the small dick days, so it'll be this naked chick, and you're looking at her like, wow, that's an attractive, hot naked chick, and then there's this tiny little dick. Like it's just this little, and it's like,
Ruins it.
wow, there's that going on down
Kind of
there.
ruins that.
It's pretty funny, but
Do you just keep looking at it?
yeah, talking to the microphone that helps.
Oh, so you just do this and just keep.
No, I look at it.
Why would
Yeah.
you not
Oh,
look at it?
I forgot you can't see this, Dave.
yeah,
Yeah.
but you can show them on your phone or something.
I have the picture with the penis up, but I can't.
Oh, you
I don't
can't see
want
it.
us to get in trouble,
Oh.
man.
Yeah. You can't take the. I guess not.
I've always like been attracted to women, but what always stopped me is they didn't have a penis. So maybe
Yeah, she
this
was
would be
the
like my
perfect
dream.
solution.
Well,
Yeah.
see, now, can you pull up a picture of Buck Angel really quick,
Yeah.
Joe? There's a question that I've always liked to pose to people, which is, for girls, I think it's kind of an easy question to answer, regardless. Well, either one you go with, I think it's fine. But with guys, that's where they always like, oh my God, I'll just shoot myself in the head. Like they try to opt out of it this way.
Right.
So here's Buck Angel. Buck Angel is a woman.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
This was he started out as a woman.
Yeah.
He still has a vagina.
Yeah.
So it's the same situation, just reversed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we allowed to show those nipples?
So I think I know where you're going with this.
Okay. So now, who would you?
Who's more attractive?
No.
Or no?
Who do you go down on? Would you
down on.
would you rather go down on Bailey J with the dick,
tough.
or would you rather go down on a Buck Angel with the vagina?
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Bailey J. For sure.
Now, see, my
Right away.
answer.
Well, it's pretty easy for Liz. Yeah.
My answer 100
That's not my
times
type.
over, and will forever be Bailey J with the dick. I would rather go down on the dick.
Yeah, because the package around it is not so disturbing.
Exactly. Like I will feel some
Whereas
titties.
that is terrifying.
I'll feel some titties. I'll eat out an asshole, and I'm fine. Like there it is. Okay, I got to suck a little dick.
But the muscles in the stubble is something else.
Plus, if I'm going down on Buck Angel, I'm gonna hear, "Oh yeah,
This huge muscular
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah, the voice is a good point.
To be
It's a
fair,
great
you don't
point.
know what Buck Ingalls sounds like.
Sound is a huge part
That-
of it.
Dave just brought
Well,
up a-
actually, that might be worse the other way around.
The vagina has to smell like balls, right? Because he's taking testosterone injections.
Oh yeah.
So the vagina is just like
I think the vagina like gets little balls, doesn't it?
it's got to be like an oniony ball smell.
It doesn't get balls, but the clit will be bigger.
Right. It's
Yeah,
got to
the
be.
clit,
It is
yeah.
just like a kind of a
almost
nasty,
look like little
a
balls.
moist onion roll is what that would smell like. That's the only thing I can imagine.
You have to keep onions
I
out
don't know
of
if
your
onion,
pants.
if
I don't know
balls
what's
smell like
going on
onions.
Oh man, after a hot, sweaty day, I mean, I'm just
Liz would not like that. She
No, I
hates
hate
onions.
you take your finger down and just do a swipe. Okay, sniff that. You know what I'm talking about.
It's not onions though. I mean,
But it's not good. I mean, I'm just saying.
It's like between the toes cheese.
Yeah, like after a hot, sweaty day, you smell behind your ear, like you scratch.
on a hot sweaty day, there's not a lot of parts of me that smell good though.
Well, that's
I
what I'm
mean,
saying.
Yeah,
like
naturally.
But yeah, so
I don't
who,
feel bad about
who
that.
do you go down on, Jesse?
I mean, I'm gonna go with your choice. I can't remember anyone's name.
Bailey.
So-
Bailey J.
I can't remember which one is Buck and Bailey. All right,
Yeah,
so
I understand.
Buck is the guy, Bailey is the girl.
You also have the option to kill yourself.
The now a chick. The now a chick.
The now a chick.
Yeah.
The chick with the dick.
Yeah, I guess that's better. I don't know. I mean, why do I have to make this decision?
Because
it's just
you're
like
on the
Is this like a
Lotus Cast.
saw kind of thing? Or you get like soft body
Right.
parts if I don't
There's
do
like
it.
there's a little puppet that wheels into the room and goes, "I want to play a game."
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
He wheels out Buck Angel and Bailey.
I mean,
J.
I'd rather do it than like be in like Centipede or something.
You actually have you have to either A, fish out the key out of Bailey J's asshole or fish the key out of Buck Angel's vagina. So
Wouldn't it be cool if they were-
you have two choices.
Actually, that one I'm going the other way.
Buck Angel's vagina?
Yeah.
No, the key's in your mouth, and your hands are tied behind your back, and you have to get it out with her penis.
There's a lot of fun ways.
It's the only option.
You can't spit it out.
Right.
These games, like they always play these games on Family Guy. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a big thing. It's like a running theme with them. It's like, this is a big guy thing. Do girls ever play these kinds of games, Liz? Is there ever like, would you rather do this or this? Is there ever like a gross out type thing? Which is just totally
No,
guys.
I think it's like I might have done it when I was like a kid, but not anymore.
Yeah.
Guys still do
guys,
that, or-
well, we don't. Yeah, we don't know how to grow up.
I don't know.
Yeah. Lang Hilio in our chat room is saying, go down on the fake man-made dick used to be a vagina. Here's the deal.
They still have the original parts.
The parts down there are original. Bailey J was a dude that got fake tits and got the hormonal treatments to become a woman, but kept the penis.
The idea of having fake stuff is really strange.
Yeah.
That's
we had Stacy in here. She
Stacey
was
Topfree.
Stacy Topfree, who was a man, and she had all of the surgery done to become a woman.
Yeah.
And she'd love to come in here and
really
take her shirt off.
Wanted to be top free all the time.
Love that top free.
Yeah. She made so many excuses. Oh, it's getting hot in here. It's the
Oh.
middle of winter.
So do you guys want me to take my shirt off now, or
It got weird where I was like, no, I just want you to
We're
just
just
come in
here
here
to
and have
talk,
fun.
Well, think about this. Like, do you, as a guy, like want to see a girl topless?
I mean,
So
listen,
then, if you could see yourself topless at any time, you'd be like, I can't get enough.
listen,
of
I'm not going to say that I wouldn't love seeing a girl topless. I like tits. I like to see
Yeah.
tits. Tits are there, and I mean, I enjoy the look of tits.
This person was stuck in a cycle.
Yeah. Well, she would come in. She was like, "You want me to do it now? Or you want me to do it later?" And it's like, well, we just want you to hang out. Like we thought
Be a
you were
person.
fun, interesting.
Hang
Like
out
we're
with
not
your
here
tits
to
out.
have you in here as the whatever, like the circus act. And she was treating herself as the circus act. Like, oh, you want me to? And then eventually she just
want me to dance for you?
yeah.
You get the feeling she had the surgery for the wrong reasons.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't
yes,
know.
and
I don't
no.
know.
It was a
I don't
whole
know.
thing.
She
It was a whole
described
thing.
wanting to she would either kill herself or have the surgery. Like
Well,
she needed
that's a
to
good
have
reason
it.
to have it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Would you
A
get
lot of
breast
people feel that
implants
way.
just because you wanted to see boobs all the time?
No.
No,
That would be
Matt already has those.
Yeah, I mean,
expensive.
mostly because I think
Close enough.
fake ones are
Seriously.
terrible, anyways.
I want to have a good cleavage when I go out.
yeah. I mean, I could make it. Like
You should unbutton a couple more.
Yeah. Ooh, baby.
I feel like I would strain a pectoral if I did that.
I have no pectoral. Like,
Well, if you get some nice D cups and wear like a nice comfortable bra,
all right.
it'd be really good looking.
AnalogHeartBand.com.
That's where we reside.
Analog Heart is in studio. They have a CD release party, an album release party.
Yeah.
You can't just say CD.
I mean, the
anymore.
CD is coming out, but you can get it.
Right.
Wait, you're saying
It's a blank CD
gonna
release
be
party.
a CD party.
A CD party. It is a CD party
yeah.
where you can have seated bagels.
Not a cross-dressing party.
No. Guys, it's in Haverhill.
Haverhill.
On March 4th at the Whiskey Barrel.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
8 p.m. You get tickets online.
I don't think it's tickets.
It's free.
It's free.
So, a free show.
It's a free show.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
I can afford that.
Yeah.
It might be like a $3
You can't-
cover.
you
Sometimes
can't-
they do
I
it
can't get
No,
there.
there's no
It's
cover.
not
Can
in
you
the
guys
cover.
give Dave a ride? So he can...
You guys want to pick me up? I'll go.
Come one, come all.
The new album will be out then, and you can pick it up at the show. How much are you charging for the disc?
I think it'll be $10.
$10?
Yeah.
Yeah, $10, 10 songs.
Hey, not bad.
Yeah.
Cheaper than iTunes.
Yeah.
Well,
That's right.
Depends.
Same, but you get cool
Yeah.
artwork along with it.
Right.
You get
Yeah.
a thing you just slide into your car, which is way more satisfying than plugging in your iPod, in my opinion.
Well,
that was the first
yeah.
I did when I got these CDs. I went right out to my car and I put it right in it.
Yeah.
It's just awesome.
That's a good selling point, dude. That was good.
Yeah.
It sounded like you're being a dick.
I don't know.
No,
I'm
no,
just
no. It's
saying.
a good selling point.
It's pretty good.
So again, that show is March 4th in Haverhill at the Whiskey Barrel. So yeah, I mean, you can. There's a group up on the old Facebook. Check it out. Analog Heart on Facebook.
Yeah, a lot
as
of good
well.
bands playing that night too.
Yeah, and we're having like 3 artists. They're all displaying their artwork there.
So it's gonna be a fun night.
Yeah, there'll be a
Yeah.
lot of stuff going
Yeah.
on. Lots of good stuff. We'll be
Lots of
playing.
booze.
Lots of booze. Lots of drinking.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good drinks. The Whiskey Barrel. They could do. It's a cool place. And
Do they serve whiskey?
I definitely.
I hope they
serve
wouldn't.
whiskey.
Yeah.
I'm about to say they'll do
They
that.
don't serve?
The people who own the Clatta in Lawrence, where
Yeah.
we've played a lot of shows. They have a cool stage there too.
The Whiskey Barrel where they only serve tequila.
Yes, just tequila.
That'd be
night.
so depressing.
But yeah,
I like
it'll be
that
good
when a bar names themselves just like after a type of booze.
Yeah.
It's just like I would like to start a place just called the Beer Hole.
Yeah, I was gonna say just have a big sign that just says beer.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's it. No, there's no question
Scotch Farm
about what's going to happen when I walk in the door. Like I don't have to say, all right, am I going to go in here? Is it just the restaurant? Is it just the whiskey room? There's just going to be a room filled with whiskey, and
Yeah,
it's
but
good.
like
It's
with
like when
the-
you're-
with a
How
place
about
called
keg-
the
I call it
whiskey
keggers.
Yeah.
keggers, yeah, just kegs. They're just kegs
kegs
at every
everywhere.
table.
You just fill from it.
Booze.
Yeah.
It's a wall of
Yeah.
kegs. You walk up
Right.
just from wherever you
It
want.
could be
It's
like
sick.
in a sitcom where you just walk in and you order a beer.
Yeah.
Can I get a beer?
I'll get 2 beers actually.
Yeah.
Can I get two
The
beers,
Natty Ice
please?
Emporium.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what we need. That's what we need more of. Okay, you guys are going to play a song.
Yeah.
What's the song called?
Let it go.
Let It Go.
Let it go.
Oh
Yeah.
my God! Is
Not
this the?
from
It's not from Frozen. We wrote the song for that.
We're not the
movie
only
came
band.
out.
Merrimack Delta Dubstep has a song
Yeah.
called Let It Go too.
Well, anyways.
The lesbian ice princess song.
Are you guys if you break into the Frozen song? Do you know
I'm
the Frozen song?
I'm a music teacher, so I know the whole thing. Actually.
The whole.
I could sing it all.
The
Yeah.
Disney one.
Yep. Yeah, the Disney one was like the one all the kids wanted to learn.
Right.
And you're like, no, I have a song called "Let It Go." That's one I was
I'm
going
like,
to teach
"Fuck
you.
that."
What grade did you teach, or
Uh,
are you teaching?
I teach all ages, but I
Yeah.
prefer to teach like 7 to like 12, and then I don't like when they go past
Graduate
that
and go
age.
to college.
Turn into assholes.
Yeah, they turn into assholes.
They really
Yeah.
do.
They get preoccupied. And,
That's funny. I like them older. I like teenagers
really?
better.
I change my mind. I go back and
That
forth.
sounded really strange.
No, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm a music teacher too. No, I'm just saying like
Yeah.
I just mean like
What are you, some kind of pedophile?
I think
so strange. Not
All right,
dancing it.
strange.
I always
Funny.
thought it was easier to teach the high school kids.
yeah, it's like
They're so
like
mean.
actual
I
people who
can't,
can like oh they're not mean.
Well,
you can
but
like
you
talk
gotta-
to them. They're
yeah,
humans.
you got to control the high school kids because there's some that like really.
You got to control them.
Yeah, you gotta
You are
control
not selling yourselves as teachers very well.
You gotta
I'm
tie 'em up,
You got to
you know?
control them. I like the teenagers better. Joe misses when the kids used to be into them.
I'm just saying when
I
kids like
didn't say
teenagers,
that
they like
now.
cool music and
Yeah,
stuff. Like
yeah.
you know, I have like kids like learning like Pantera and like badass music and
Yeah,
stuff.
no,
Just
it's-
like being like I want to learn Taylor Swift. You know,
Yeah, I
8 years
like
old. It
Taylor
sucks.
Swift,
Like,
so.
come on,
I think it's just the music I like and the music you like.
no more Taylor Swift, please.
Oh man.
There's so many.
All right, we'll talk about that when we come back. All right, this song is called "Let It Go." It's off of the new album, which will be out March 4th. Make sure you go check them out on Facebook if you want to go check their show out in Haverhill at the Whiskey Barrel. This is Analog Heart. Let It Go.
I really mean it, and I'm not who I used to be. Well, I've been stuck in yesterday. The page is turned, and I just know that I'm ready to let it go. I'm ready to let it go today. Today. Oh, 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 oh. Saw a face I never liked to see. That face never saw me, so it never even knew. But I'm alive and well and on my own. Stop looking to see the answers back, 'cause I'm ready to let it go. I'm ready to let it go today. I'm ready to let it go. I'm ready to let it go today. Oh, 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 Are you ready? I'm ready to let it go. I'm ready to let it go today. I'm ready to let it go. I'm ready, let it go today.
Nice. Fucking A.
Every time they just impress us.
That was better than the Disney
What?
one.
What are you, Ryan Seacrest? What
Yeah,
was that?
It was good until Roman
Every
said
time.
something. I'm sorry, it just ruined the whole song. Now.
Just so good.
It really is, and I will say, like, fuck, man, that was good. That was really good.
It is a good song.
I think we need a minute to just
Yeah, you know,
soak it in.
it's funny when you hear a song, and it's even if it's just a recorded version of it, you're kind of like, okay, well, this is a recorded version. When you actually see the band performing and see everything, like just the way that they're reacting to playing the song, it becomes a little bit more personal. I think even to the audience member watching it, and god damn, you looked like you guys were really enjoying it, and fuck,
Thank you.
that's a good song. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, it sounds cool on the album too.
Yeah, I'm sure
It's
it does.
it's like fully electric. We have like an organ
Yeah.
in there. It's like
Yeah,
all being
yeah.
orchestrated. So
Yeah.
they're cool acoustic though. They have a different kind.
What,
of
you didn't bring your
feel.
organ?
No organ today. It's a little big.
Do you have like a legitimate recording of the acoustic versions of your songs?
Nah, some of them. No, I mean most of them are usually like situations like this, like at a radio
Right.
performance or something. So we have some live performance, I would say, not like studio recordings. No.
Yeah. Wow. You guys were talking before you played the song about you're not so much a fan of like the Taylor Swift. Liz, you're a fan of the Taylor Swift. You like the Taylor
I'm
Swift?
a fan of like a lot of female vocalists. Taylor Swift, I'm not really a big fan of her voice. Really, I mean, some songs I like. Though.
Yeah.
But you like her music videos.
Yeah, I like the. Yeah, I do. I
My
like those.
kids, like, I remember before I had kids, I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna show them these great bands that I loved when I was kids, and I'm gonna really get them into the real music.
Yeah, and which I do too. I get them into the real stuff too.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. My whole goal was that, but they just don't care.
They can sit there listening to the same bullshit soundtrack from like
Yeah.
The Lion King or something for like 12 hours straight.
It's
so it's like,
Frozen now.
shit, man. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, like I'm trying to force it on them, or like just say, hey, listen, like when I'm in the car driving around, this is what I put on, and I'll be always try to, hey, did you hear that? Like this is really, do you like that? This is really cool, and I talk about it, and I mean, couldn't give a fuck.
Well, to be fair,
that's what it is.
When
and
your dad did that to you, did you pick up on any of his?
I
like any of his music?
Didn't.
I did.
I didn't.
I hate to say it, but I definitely did. I still listen to Glenn Miller and shit now.
My
Because
parents showed me
my
the
dad
Beatles
is
and Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Billy
it was
Joel.
cool.
My
The
dad would listen to
Doors, I
nothing
mean,
but big band when I was a kid.
My parents liked cool stuff too. So
My dad liked disco, and I don't think that got passed on to anybody.
No.
My dad was all oldies all the time, and I became like a metalhead, totally rock and roll kind of guy. But I mean, I'll still listen to the oldies. Like I don't hate them.
Right. Like I think as I got older, I did find an appreciation for the type of stuff that they listened to. But at the time, I remember thinking, fuck no, I want to listen to the music that I really into. Like this stuff that I found or my friends showed me, and this is what I want to listen to. And my kids are kind of...
You approached it the wrong way because nobody thinks their parents are cool. Like their friends are cool.
I know, but I'm not trying to... Like, I don't know. Listen, it's weird. It's not a... When you have kids... You just try. You just try, and then hope
You got to
it
make
sticks.
T-Swizzle not cool anymore by like playing her songs all the time and then talking about how great she is. and
Here's the
then-
thing: I don't really care that they listen to T-Swizzle. Like, I don't care if they're a fan of T-Swizzle or Katy Perry or what have you. Like, honestly, I don't. Like, I hope that they can find, but they can find because when I was a kid, I found stuff that I liked.
Yeah, like
and I listened
Aqua.
to it, like
Aqua.
like Lynn.
Yeah, Len was
Steal
great.
My Sunshine.
Yeah, Steal My
You know,
Sunshine.
I found stuff that I wanted to listen to. I listened to it, and I became a fan of it. And, I look back on it now, and I don't
Does
really
she like
care
butter
for it.
tarts?
No.
I mean, she probably likes butter Pop-Tarts.
Do you not remember that line from the song?
I don't.
If
Jeez,
you
Joe.
steal my sunshine. You like that song?
I don't think
Dude,
I know
pull up
You
some.
have to know that song.
Know the
I love
song.
that song.
What
You
song
know
are
the
talking
song.
about? I think I'm lost here.
Steal My Sunshine by
Oh wait,
Len.
actually, I hate that song.
It's such a good song.
Love it.
Wait,
I
you
hate
played it in your head. You're like, oh wait, I do hate that song.
LATER that week.
That
Yeah.
weren't they like the one-hit wonder band?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. They are nothing but a one-hit wonder. Like they
Poor
had.
guys.
I don't even know if I know this song.
I
You
don't know.
definitely know the song.
You know it.
You
Is it-
absolutely know this
new
song.
or old?
No,
It's
it's
old,
old.
like 1999, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like the 90s. That's why I hate it. It's the 90s thing.
Is the music video with it?
Yeah.
Because the music video is awesome.
Yeah.
I'll play the music video.
Oh wait, I remember that little sound.
Yeah.
That stupid little sound. But I never knew the name of the song ever.
The music video is like 1999, just perfectly.
I couldn't even sing.
I liked
one
the
word of
chick
this.
a lot. Like I had a huge crush on the chick in this band.
I think I hated the chick.
You didn't like her?
She can't even sing. I feel
sing.
like. And
I know,
think it
that's
is.
not the point. You don't remember the song?
I mean, yeah, I heard it. But I never knew one word of it. Or the name of it.
Oh, this guy's such a bro. This guy's such a bro.
He's pretty cool.
He's pretty awesome.
He looks like David Tell.
He does. They're
the
driving
girls-
mopeds.
Cross with Joe Satriani.
They have Vice bumper stickers on their fucking mopeds?
This is Viper on it.
Really? No, it says Vice.
No, those are-
That's the Vice
If
logo.
You only say what you would have done.
Miles of fun.
Oh, his voice.
Yeah, I know. Oh, for me. It's been a
So
long
this
time.
is a girl you're all.
I was.
I'm
I
pretty
was
sure they're
hot
brother
for
and
it.
sister.
Yeah.
I'm like pretty sure.
Who else would you want holding you on the back of a moped?
Right, of course.
That just makes it more attractive.
Yeah. All right, you can turn this off.
Yeah,
That
please.
that
Or
was,
you can just keep it playing because it's a great song. Either
I was,
way works.
They're pugilistic.
I never knew. I was-
I was all about the this song when it was out.
That's not what I think of.
I still am. It's in my folder for GTA music, for instance. So when I'm driving around in GTA, it's playing. It's
I mean,
great.
when it comes on, you gotta
It's all the
throw
time,
a grenade
yeah.
out the window.
Yeah, all the
I
time.
feel.
Do you get on the moped?
Now you have to.
Every time.
Now you have to. So yeah, I mean, my kids are just that's where they're at, and hopefully at some point they like the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I will say that is
everybody likes them. It seems.
It seems actually I
stopped
encounter
liking
more people that don't like them.
Really? I've never ran into somebody who said, I hate the Chili Peppers.
When I was your kids' ages,
I
I loved the Red Hot Chili Peppers because my older brothers listened to them. And then the older I got, the more I disliked them.
They were more fun back in the day.
Like Stadium Arcadium, I just completely turned me off the band.
Really?
Yes.
I love that
I
album.
couldn't stand it.
Like when they wore socks on their peepees?
Yeah.
Their wieners?
Yeah.
Oh,
Their
yeah.
ding-alongs?
Their ding-alongs. So you guys recorded the album Son, Here I Come. And how long did it take you guys to wrap that up?
The recording took just a couple months, like 3 months, probably.
Yeah,
it was
took
last
like
spring mostly.
10 years to do everything else.
Yeah, because the producer is in a band, the Trophy Wives, and they were pretty busy, so they kept going on tour, and he couldn't finish the album.
Yeah.
And then it took us forever to find an artist, and we finally found this awesome artist who did our
Yeah,
artwork.
we went through like 3 or 4 artists before then we kept saying no to all their designs.
Yeah.
And finally found this girl randomly. She's from Australia.
Last time you guys were here, you played Merrimack Jane.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys released a video for that.
Oh, yeah, we did the video after the show.
Mr. Langhilio in the chat was actually just talking about that a little while ago. I said he liked it a lot. It is fun. It's a fun video.
Mhm.
I like the song. Like the when you guys played it, definitely had kind of that old school Bon Jovi feel
Yeah,
to it.
definitely.
Like that kind of Western rock vibe. I like that even after the second song that we just heard you guys play, you didn't stick with like just one type of genre.
Yeah. Yeah, that's our thing. I guess we were like, for a long time as a band, we were trying to stick with a genre, and we're like, who are we? And then we like finally just said, fuck it, we'll just do whatever we want.
Exactly, yeah, whatever comes out, someone writes a song, we're like, as long as it's not like way off.
It
the
seems
pace,
as though when you start a band, that's like the big thing. Because everybody's always like, oh, well, what type of music do you play?
Right.
And then you got to fit into the wheelhouse of the specific genre, and you have to write all your songs around that. I found that the most fun I had in a band was when it just didn't fucking matter. Like we just played, all right, we're going to play something super heavy. It's super heavy. I want to play, like a Spanish type of song. We play that.
The Spanish Flea.
Yeah. Well, we had like this. We had this. Yeah, the Spanish
we
Flea.
don't quite get that out there, but yeah.
I mean,
We
I don't
have like a Spanish vibe in one of our songs, don't we?
The little Latin breakdown and
Yeah,
Come
we have a
Alive.
Latin breakdown.
The Latin breakdown and Come Alive, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just like
flamenco guitar.
You
No,
just
it's
have
a little. It's a little piano montuno though. So a little Cuban like riff.
You just have fun with it though.
No, it's like mariachi.
Yeah.
And just do what it is that you want to do, and it doesn't really matter.
But can you like really
Yeah.
promote a show around that? Like, I mean,
Well, I mean, yeah, obviously
it doesn't
like,
flow that well.
Well, I
if
mean,
you're just
obviously
going
you
from-
can listen to like Mr. Bungle, and it's like it goes from like circus music to jazz to death metal within one song, and it's just like what you have to accept. Your audience knows it kind of going in, but we're not like that, obviously. I mean,
Right.
our songs range from like pretty hard rock to kind of like jammy music to kind of poppy rock, I would say, and then
And
to
a
kind of
little
like blue,
country, a little bit.
yeah, a little bit, and like
Country.
southern rock more, I
Yeah.
would say, and then like kind of like bluesy southern rock. Sometimes
It all-
Are you just trying to hit everybody?
It all hits.
No, we're just really writing what
Yeah.
we like.
I mean, it's like
we write a song, it's what it comes out like. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's like all in the umbrella of rock, though. It's not
Exactly.
like you're going
Yeah.
from
Right.
from rock to
And if you listen to the
doo-wop
album,
to
it really
Right, so-
it sounds like they all belong together.
It's it's cohesive,
Yeah.
but I think, like you said, it is stylistically like one
Right.
song is like when you hear "Whoa," the song we were talking about that's on the album, it's totally different than it's not country at all. It has none of the southern flavor at all.
Right.
It's like a funky hard rock song. So
Yeah.
we just kind of play what we feel like, and that's when people are like, "What genre?" I'm like, "Rock." They're like, "Would you
Right.
say it's indie
Say
rock or alternative rock?" I'm like,
alternative's what we're-
"It's
Everything needs a
rock."
subgenre.
Like I don't even know what that.
It's
But
alternative.
then I hear the other bands they call alternative, and like we don't sound like them at all. Because all those
Yeah.
bands have drum machines.
Well, alternative. When you start to
Yeah.
go with the labels, like alternative could just mean anything.
It just it's
We just have
Yeah, you could say that you're
alternative
top
slash
40.
you can slash us all day long. I just say we're rock.
I mean, if you have a song in the top 40, then yes, you're top 40.
The worst
But your
is
genre is top 40.
I'd like to be genre top 1.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
with all the subgenres, the worst is listening to like any electronic music because I don't know what any of the subgenres actually mean. I couldn't tell you.
I mean, the
like,
dark wave, mostly.
Yeah, like what the fuck does any of it mean? Chill step.
Drum and
okay.
bass.
Chill step?
Yeah.
That's when you're
That's one of them.
chillaxing.
You know what I
while
find
stepping.
hilarious is like those genres are like specific to like the tempos generally range between 133
Right,
and 134
exactly.
beats per minute.
Exactly.
Like, literally, if you go 3 beats per minute, you're into another genre.
Right.
Right.
You just jumped into another genre.
Yeah.
That's no longer chill step. That's now dub wave.
Yeah.
Well, the same thing happened with like the hardcore scene.
Yeah,
because it was
exactly.
There was hardcore. There's mathcore.
Metalcore.
Metalcore. Like
Science core.
Honestly, I'm sure there's
Common core.
Ska core. Come on,
Yeah.
guys.
Common core.
Yeah, it's
Warp
ridiculous
core.
how people try to label their
Folk
own music.
core.
right.
The new wave of British heavy chill wave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just
Kid Darius, groundbreaking 1995 jazz core album.
Steampunk.
Groundbreaking smooth jazz.
I don't know who
Steampunk
Mr.
core.
Potato Dick is, but he's in our chat room. Says they're covering Black Rob's "Whoa" on this album. I feel like he knows you because he's made a couple comments. He said something about you hating everything, Jesse.
Do I hate everything?
Oh, he just said Jesse hates everything.
He did say Jesse hates everything.
I don't. I like a lot of things. That's kind of a strange thing.
Oh.
Yeah, people say that about me too.
Yeah. I don't even know. I don't know who this is, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
my
Mr.
Lang
boyfriend says I
Helios
hate
potato
everything.
dick.
If he knows me, maybe.
I
but-
mean, if Lang Helio is Potato Dick,
How
then
does Scrimpy Locks know that?
I don't know any of these people anymore.
yeah.
It's getting out of that.
We did not cover any songs in this album. We wrote our own song called
She's
Whoa,
also
I'll tell you that.
Scrimpy Locks is also accusing Ling Helio of having a potato dick. So I mean, I'm not really sure what that means.
That means he doesn't
dick,
have a dick. He just took a
Right.
potato out of a bag. That's what he's using now.
I just
I was describing his
What is it? A red potato?
right. There's a lot of
Maybe a
different potatoes.
fingerling.
Is it a baked potato that just splits open at the top?
Yeah.
Put some chives.
Is it
French
like
fry.
potato face, like that orc in Lord of the Rings?
It's probably a crinkle cut fry.
Oh, it says it's me, Felipe.
Oh, hey, Felipe.
He's Mr. Potato.
I don't
Dick.
hate everything, though, Felipe.
He's
That's not true.
Mr. Potato Dick, and he's got a picture of the Ultimate Warrior as his.
What I like about
Oh, I thought that was Macho Man Randy Savage.
No,
And
you
he had,
didn't.
Yeah, and he had the Slim Jims in his hands.
Joe, don't be stupid.
Well, Dave's proved me wrong because he knows a lot about wrestling.
I know who the Ultimate Warrior is. Yes.
Right.
what I like about Felipe is I only know one person named Felipe, so I know who it is.
He is the only person that I know named Felipe.
Mhm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Makes it very easy to
My-
know.
one
If you're
of
like,
my-
it's Matt, I'd be like...
Yeah, I know a million Mets. One of my favorite things about Monkey Knife Fight is their guitar
Bill the
player,
Butcher.
who's Bill the
Oh.
Butcher, who's just this
He's
massive
huge.
monster.
I know, yeah, and he's so nice.
He's so nice, and he seems so gentle, but he looks like a
Gentle
fucking
giant.
monster.
We've played like rooms with that band where like I just thought like the clearance was going to just totally take his
Yeah.
dome off. Like
There's-
you know, something was going to
he-
electrocute him.
He takes up most of the stage,
Yeah.
and then they have to set up around him.
He let me twirl his mustache.
He did let
Oh,
you
he
do
does
that.
have a nice mustache.
Yeah. He looks just like Bill the fucking Butcher.
He makes
Like, that's-
guitars look so small. in
Yeah,
his hands.
I
It's
know.
Like these tiny little. I'm like, why are you playing a toy guitar? Oh, that's regulation.
You go to shake his hand, and it's like I don't know where my hand even went.
What I like about Liz is Liz came in with like an appropriate sized guitar. When you see a girl play a guitar, a lot of the times it looks so out of place, like their wrists and everything. You just like that guitar is gonna break that girl.
That guitar is too small. I'm sorry. It's very small.
It is very small.
That's
But Liz is
But
not.
it looks, like you said, appropriate.
Yeah.
It does.
I don't know. It's like that's
It's
like a
like
child size guitar.
child's first guitar.
Yeah, that's
Fisher
like,
Price.
You don't come in and reach around on a cello.
This is child size, maybe.
It's
fun
like a
size.
guitar with
just
training
teasing, Liz.
wheels.
I like your guitar. Just
Yeah.
teasing. I like your baby.
Wait,
guitar.
is it a special guitar? Is it has a special name?
Yeah, well, it's called a Baby Taylor.
That's just the. That's not the special name. that's
Special
what it's
name.
called.
That's just
name.
that's what you call
order,
it.
If you ordered for guitars, and that's what it's called.
It's its own special name.
Yeah.
I named it baby.
That mic also has a very special name. It's called Sennheiser.
Yeah, I grabbed this guitar the other day, and I said I'm gonna grab my Martin. She's like, "Oh, you named your guitar?" I'm like, "No, it's made by Martin." I swear that's what my student said.
Oh wow, they don't know anything about guitars. Even I know that.
Also,
like-
it
she's
says
like
it
8.
on it.
Yeah. Oh, you had the name of your guitar printed on it.
She's like 8 years old. She didn't know.
Little Marty.
It was
You
just
should have
funny.
kicked her in the
She's
face.
like, "You name it?" I'm like, "Well, I actually have named a ton of my guitars, but this one I was actually just saying, no, it's Martin."
Yeah.
Just smashed it over her head.
I yelled at her.
Yeah.
No.
Just humiliated her. She'll never listen to music again. March 4th,
Yeah.
the Whiskey Barrel.
Big day.
Are you guys excited? Are you going to have a lot of anxiety that day, or are you going to meditate it away?
Oh, I'll probably have a lot of anxiety. I'll
Yeah.
meditate it away. Yeah.
I don't get anxious for shows now.
Yeah.
I really
I
don't.
always do.
I'm excited to release the album upon the world. I
Yeah.
think. That's what I'm excited for.
But
Yeah.
I'm like running the whole show too, so for me it's like a lot more.
Oh, that's why I'm not
pressure.
stressed.
Do you
I
get
knew.
anxiety for like, coming to shows like this too, or just?
Yeah, I get anxiety when I play, which I have sweaty hands thinking about the next song.
I do get
sweaty
more
hands.
nervous playing. I don't mind coming
Yeah,
to the radio
this
show.
is scarier
but
than
like
me
playing
than
the
the
acoustic
show.
guitar with like a microphone in front of me and
Yeah.
like six
Yeah, 'cause
people
everyone's,
in the room.
like, listening. It's
It's
Right.
scary than like
everywhere.
standing on stage just rocking out.
Right.
Not giving
Yeah.
a crap.
Yeah.
Because no one will care if like you forget all the words, but here I'm like,
And I
am
feel
I
like you
gonna
can hear
forget?
every mistake for like miles.
Yeah.
Literally.
Well, it is. Yeah,
know.
we have
And it's,
we
like,
have fans in
recorded
Canada
forever.
listening right now.
Oh, God.
Actually, we've been doing really well in the UK recently. They've made
Yeah.
up 18% of our audience.
Wow.
Which is very strange.
That's a lot of.
Yeah, they're
percentage.
the one town, I forget what it was called. It was
Blenford or
Yeah,
something?
Blenford,
Surrey.
in the UK.
I don't think it was a real town.
Yeah. Well, it might not have
I
been.
think it was made
Also, it's really strange. Trending, we're 84% females, 26 to 35 or
Honestly,
something.
that just tells me that our audience is all fake. It's not real.
I'm wondering how they get that demographic. Like, if I were to download this show on iTunes, it doesn't know that I'm a man.
Right, but through Spreaker, you
Right.
log in through Facebook.
Because most of our listens come live as well. Like most of our audience is a live audience. We have which is weird.
It's better than it
Well, I don't think it's most. It's
I'd say about half our audience, maybe.
I mean, it's a good chunk.
It is a good chunk.
But Liz does a mean cover of Four Non-Blondes.
She does. That's
this
true.
is not BS.
No, Liz kills.
That is also coming from
Is that
Mr.
Felipe?
Potato Dick.
Yeah.
Not Felipe. We don't know who Felipe is. We know who Mr. Potato Dick is. Canadian wants to know how many people are listening. Scrimpy Lock said 5. Yep, that sums it up.
When you're like
the nerves a bit.
performing on stage, do you have like a like an audience routine, like talking between songs, like things you talk about, or do you just like go from song to song?
We do talk.
No, she plans it. Don't lie. You
No,
plan-
I mean, I just, we talk.
Yeah, you plan your talking out,
Yeah, I
though. Like,
plan
you
it.
plan
and
like
I also
Like
have a
you're a
persona.
priest and you have
My
a
voice
sermon?
changes when I'm on stage, so I don't talk like this.
We plan what we're gonna say. Like okay, now is like between that song is when we're gonna talk about next week's show. Between that song is when we're gonna mention you
Yeah,
should go
otherwise
tip
I'll
your
say like the
bartender.
most random, awkward things a
Yeah.
lot of the time.
We don't let Liz just go off the script.
Right.
We should plan what we're going to say.
It's great to be here in name of
She's like-
town.
She's like George W. Bush. You gotta give her the script. No, I'm just kidding.
Somebody's holding cue cards in the audience.
I
She
did
was-
do the cue cards before. That was terrible.
Oh yeah. I just remember some of the early days of shows. Liz would say some pretty hilarious things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I've
like
gotten
it.
over it. I
Like
love
what?
those things.
All right, can I tell one?
Yeah.
Do you mind?
No.
All right. So one was like, this was one of the first shows we like ever played together. We weren't even Analog Heart
This
yet.
is when I had my cards. I
Yeah.
had like the flash cards.
But there was one. It was actually right. Just to give you an idea of how long ago this was. It was
Flashcards on
like
stage.
right after the BP oil spill.
Yeah.
And we're just like playing this like kind of quiet show, and we're like really poppy at the time. We were not a rock act.
Yeah.
We were like a pop band. And Liz just like all of a sudden in between songs, she's like, "So yeah, like this BP oil thing really sucks. I think BP can just go suck a dick." She just yells down to this bar.
I'm like so quiet.
And everyone just like looks like turns around like people weren't even paying attention. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah. What the hell are you talking about?
And it was just like
I remember seeing
I didn't
your
even
mom.
know her very well.
Right.
And my mom was there.
Your mom was
My mom was like, I agree, but
Right.
I wouldn't have said it.
I used to have the worst stage fright, and I was gigging with their drummer for a whole year, and I was introducing the band, and I was so nervous I forgot his name, and I had to turn around and ask him what his name was. It was like the most embarrassing moment.
Well, that's great.
I was like,
That's
what's
funny.
your name? I've been gigging with you for a year.
Was it Austin?
No,
Or
it
Anthony?
was Anthony.
Oh, it was Anthony.
And then everybody was like, wow, that was the first time you ever played with that drummer? I'm like, yeah.
He was forgettable. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, Anthony. No, we love you, Anthony. Just kidding.
He's listening right now.
He's not listening. He's playing with Cirque du Soleil in Russia, probably.
When you're performing, will you like make eye contact with like people in the crowd, or like interact with them or something, or do you just kind of like dance and look into space? Or
I do now. Yeah, now I'm like I love performing now, and I'll like touch them.
She goes up and
I'll go-
embarrasses dudes.
Yeah, I'll go
Yeah.
out. I have that wireless mic, so I'll go out into the audience, and I'll like sit down with
She's like,
people.
put her arm
that's
around
awesome.
a guy and be
Yeah.
like,
this one's for you, fat
You're on
boy.
the spot.
And And you can tell people don't want me to like single them
Right.
out. So
Yeah,
I'm, like,
it's
running
terrifying.
away.
But, like, you know,
It'd
she
be funny
comes up
if you
to
just like singled out like all of the Asians.
Yeah.
You just
That'd
only
be
feel comfortable
hysterical.
singing next to the Asian people.
I think it's awesome because Liz is like, normally I think of her as kind of like shy, you know, in general. But then
Yeah,
like
very
when she's
shy.
got the microphone, she's like the star.
Right.
My
Everyone's
voice
paying attention
changes
to
too.
her.
I like.
She becomes like badass Liz all of a sudden.
Yeah.
She's,
Well,
she's all sultry. She's like,
she
"Ooh,
changes
yeah."
from Liz to Liz Bill.
Exactly.
So how does it
Exactly.
sound? Can we get a little sample?
Yeah, Liz, can you do a Liz Bills?
I don't know if I could do it now.
Yeah.
Bust into it.
How you all doing tonight?
Yeah.
Like that.
Whoa. Just
I
thug.
can't
No
really do it
bullshit.
right
She
now.
fucking does it. Though.
She
That's
turns
hysterical.
She turns into fucking
Merrimack Jane. She becomes Merrimack
Yeah.
Jane.
Wait, who's Shaq in that fucking
Kazam?
No,
Kazam.
not Shaq. Samuel L. Jackson. They're all the same.
Yeah, I was gonna say I become
What
like
the
Oh,
fuck?
Snakes on a Plane.
Yeah. All right. You guys are gonna play another song.
We can do that one.
Oh god.
Yeah. Oh god. We're gonna do hurry up. I thought.
I know.
What's the matter?
No, the palms became less
Are you-
sweaty.
yeah,
she thought
yeah,
she was
yeah.
done, and now it's just like
All right.
over. It
Looks
went
like I'm
into
doing this one
overdrive.
solo, guys.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you nervous about doing this one?
I always get nervous about the chorus, and then the more that I get nervous, the more likely.
Just sing
Yeah.
it. Whatever.
Sorry if I mess up.
If you do it wrong, let us punch you.
Well, what,
Adam will pick up for you if you.
what could go wrong so we could pinpoint
It's always
it out.
this like one note
Yeah.
at the beginning of it.
Where do we come in?
Well, now we'll make sure to look out for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That you brought it
That's
up.
even worse.
What we'll do is when we hear it, we'll yell at you. Like, there it is.
Just
You were right.
Stop it.
And I'm overthinking it.
We'll stop it, make you do it like over and over
That's
again
a no.
until it's right.
Like how you're practicing live. Just like tell the radio audience. He's like, probably like,
All right, let's give it a try.
Guys,
doing
if you're just tuning in, the band in studio is Analog Heart. This is their second time here. We really appreciate them coming back and hanging out with us. Their album will be out March 4th, which is called Sun, Here I Come. They have a release party in Haverhill, Massachusetts on the 4th at the Whiskey Barrel. 8 p.m., March 4th. $0. $0. No dollars spent to get in, which is good. Some other bands are playing.
spend it on drinks.
Yeah, spend it on an album and a shirt. You got a shirt? Will there be a shirt?
No, we're still
Oh, boy.
working on that. We have stickers, albums.
Stickers?
That's about it.
Do you have a sweatband?
No. I never
Koozie?
liked the sweatbands.
Do you have any underwear, like thongs?
Yeah, we wanted to get the underwear, but we never did.
Bandana?
No. I know. Slacking on everything.
Yeah.
Just
Cell
just the
phone
music.
cases?
You gotta get creative with the merchandise that you get out there. Like you should
Yeah.
do Q-tips that are just like
Q-tips.
Analog Heart on it.
Analog Heart condoms.
Ooh,
Yeah,
you know
I like
you
that.
should get. What are those?
Like Kiss?
Fuck, I can't think of the name of it. What are the resuscitators? The
The-
defibrillators. Yeah,
Analog
you should
Heart.
Analog Heart. Bam, right there.
Save your life.
Yeah. That's what we need to do.
Good promo. Yeah.
For your heart, yeah.
What you should do is actually have on one of them it says Analog and the other one says Heart. And you should just randomly go shock people, and then it's just burned Analog Heart into their body.
You just want to brand people.
Yeah, just
like cattle.
Yeah, and then they're forever.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, then there's like a walking, billboard.
Yeah, they're just forever promoting your brand. Like every time that dude has to take his shirt off to get like laid by some chick, she's just gonna be like, "What the fuck is this?" And he will say, "You'll never believe this," but some asshole came up to me on the street with a fucking defibrillator, and she won't believe him, and then he won't get laid that night ever again because of Analog
Because we're
Heart.
like a huge cock block.
Yeah.
You guys can get those necklaces that break in half, and one half says like
friendship, right?
Anna he, and the other says log art,
or
and they
anal
put it
log,
together.
that's a big
Anal
joke.
log,
anal
yeah.
log.
That's a big joke.
Anal OG right here.
That's got to get old quick, right? Because
Yeah.
everybody has to run up to you and be like, they thought of the joke.
Yeah.
They're the first one. They're like, oh, Analog Heart. Anal log. Get
Hopefully
it?
not everyone's thinking
Have they
that.
done anal log fart?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
That's a good one.
I've
Heard
heard
it
that
all.
one.
Heard
They
it
do
all.
all hurt my feelings, though. So try to keep it down.
All right, well, that just means lay it on thicker. You never ask people
Aw.
to stop making fun of you because it only gets worse.
All right, that's fine. I can handle it.
All
You
right.
saw me drink the moonshine.
You guys are going to be singing, what's that, Hurry Up?
Hurry Up Our Love.
Hurry Up Our Love on the new record, Analog Heart.
Some people say love and hate come together like a storm in a rainbow. Same thing, just like the weather. It's true, love does change, but it's more like the seasons. Each one has a purpose, each one has reason. Yeah. All the things I found to seem to just surround you, pulling me inside and through. Yes, they do. I don't have to worry. You do all that for me. We will never have to hurry up our love. Hurry up our I've been a fool and I've been a sucker. Denial and truth can look a lot like the other, and I've had this rage in my heart catch across these hills. And I've had a man caress the flames till they were still. Yeah. Got through.
You made it.
I would surprise myself every time.
You nailed that note.
Killed it, Liz.
Yeah, that one note was perfect.
Right. That was the only thing that was good about it.
Thank you.
No, very good. Very good. I enjoyed it. I'm excited. I can't wait to listen to this. The album that you brought. I'm really excited. I'll put that on.
Yeah, I mean, it was funny because I think we were excited to hear it because we never really hear the songs the way we quite always envision them in our minds. So to hear it all come together, it's fun.
That's always too a struggle with local bands that aren't don't have all the access to the money and the producers. They always have the vision of how it's going to sound, and they record it. They don't have the money to really make it the way that they want to make it. And then when it comes out, it's just like, yeah, there it is.
Yeah, we've been there before.
Yeah.
This is pretty close to what we wanted. I mean, like we nitpick it, but
Yeah.
beyond that, it's what we wanted. So
Yeah.
we're happy.
Yeah. Yeah, when I listened to it, I was like crying, tears of joy. Like, it's everything I could hope for, I guess.
Liz, I'm happy that you're happy.
Yeah.
You've come in here a more positive person than I think the last time that you were here.
Oh, really? Nice.
And
I'm trying to be.
yeah, so I'm happy for you.
She's been saying she's been giving her birth to the analog heart baby.
Yeah.
She's a
That's
proud
my
mother
baby.
of a baby
Yeah.
now.
Nice. All
It's
right.
changed me.
We're gonna go on break. When we come back, got some Harvey's headlines in here. Got some more jabbing and jibbing, and yeah, Analog Heart Band.com. March 4th, album release party, free, no dollars have to be spent, but you should buy a CD, $10.
Yeah.
Good.
Do you accept PayPal?
Online, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I'm just curious, like, if I showed up with no cash, could I, like, swipe
Do you
a card?
accept iTunes gift cards?
Yeah, we got to get that. We don't have that option.
You don't have Apple Pay or anything?
Not yet.
Chatterbait
My
tokens.
boyfriend.
Do I get a discount with my Stop and Shop card? All right, we will be back.
Hi, this is Tony Moran, the original Michael Myers from Halloween, and you're listening to Lotus Cast.
Uncensored, unadulterated, unintelligible. Sonic blasphemy. Alcohol-fueled geek metal mayhem. Wednesday, 6/5 Central on Strange Label Radio. The most brutal 90 minutes on internet radio. Nothing is left sacred.
Well, I'm not a great man, am I? But I'm not your fucking lying. You like to complicate things to hold your head up.
Bottom of the ninth, down by 3. Bases loaded. Full count. 2 outs. Strange label.
I'm Dylan Reese Davis, and you are listening to the Lotus Cast.
Oh, we're back. It is the Lotus Cast. Let's jump right into some Harvey's headlines. So much to talk. Oh man, there's so many. There's things that I wanted to talk about.
Oh, we didn't
get time to, and I'm kind of bummed.
Whatever.
Maybe we'll catch it. We'll go into overtime.
What did we miss that you wanted to talk about?
There's a few things. Not anything topic related, just some things I wanted to run by everybody, get your feelings and thoughts on. So
yeah, we didn't hit either of the topics we thought we were gonna hit.
No time, man. Analog Heart comes in here and they just chat everything up.
Bulldoze everything.
Bunch of chatty Cathys over there. Oh, is his mic not on?
No, they're all on.
Well, why can't
Is
we
the
hear
switch
him?
not on?
Check.
Did you shut yourself off?
Are you Roman? Did you Roman yourself?
I might have
There he is.
done that.
he Romanized it.
Hey, I'm gonna kind of move this thing around, you know.
Yeah.
That's what Roman does.
Yeah, but he's not supposed to. That's
he
the difference.
Breathes into the mic, and to the point where now everybody in our chat has named themselves after Roman's breathing.
I don't know. I was looking at Roman when I heard breathing earlier, and I was looking at Roman, and his mic was like 3 feet away from him.
But
I heard the breathing.
Yeah,
I don't know.
No, it is.
I've been good all day, dude.
It echoes off the walls into other people's
It could
mics.
be Joe hiding behind his monitors, breathing into his mic because he does keep it
That's
right
also
under the
true.
nose.
I don't.
I don't know.
I also pushed it away from me several times.
Guys, it's 11:19.
It's 11 o'clock! Fire! Harvey's Redlands! It's 11 o'clock! Fire! Harvey's Redlands!
Harper Lee is died. You're not gonna.
You know, I am.
There it is. Harper Lee has died. She wrote To Kill a Mockingbird, which I'm pretty sure was the first
Oh,
book
Harper was a girl?
Yeah, everybody read in high school, right? That was the first book.
No, I was in a play.
Where
Harper
are you?
Collins.
No, that's not a person.
I prefer Stanley.
Yeah, Stanley. So that's the only thing she wrote.
No, she wrote 2 books.
Yeah, the other one was the original draft of the same book that she just released a year ago. Anyway,
Oh, I thought it was a sequel. Did
No,
they say it was a sequel.
it was supposed to be like the first draft of it.
Did they always want her to write more?
Is that like how Stephanie
amazing.
Myers wrote Twilight from Edward's perspective?
How is this like a huge deal to so many people that she wrote one book?
It was a
50
great
years
book,
ago.
though. I haven't read it, but I
Right,
heard great
but
things.
it was like 50 or 60 years ago.
Did you read?
She was
To Kill a
89 years old.
Mockingbird?
Yeah.
Did it have a lasting impact on your life?
No. I
I
didn't.
don't think I read it.
What was it about?
It's
It's about a lawyer defending a black guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So nothing to do with Mockingbird.
Told through the eyes of his daughter.
Right.
And yeah, I did it in like 8th or 9th grade English class. It was
Yeah, exactly.
just boring. I mean,
So-
it just seemed boring.
The movie based on it, or that was written 2 years after the book came out, won like all the awards that year.
That was boring too.
I was
Yeah,
in
it
the
was.
play, the stage adaptation for To
Mhm.
Kill a Mockingbird. I played a
Lou Radley.
little boy that taunted the little girl for her dad representing a black person. And I remember in the script, because when they do a play, it was for the college for.
Was it like a made-up part so that they could get everybody in the play?
No, it was an actual part in the play, because like when they have to get the license to get the scripts, and then the scripts come in. They're all like they're like a paperback book. And then
No,
they,
yeah, I've seen it, but
they
like,
give it all out.
sometimes
And
for school plays, they just
it
make
wasn't
extra
it wasn't
parts.
for it wasn't for high school. It was for the college, like the so it was no restrictions, or they're not worrying about it because it's just for kids. My family, my mom was really big into the whole the theater scene there. We actually provided
Theater. It's pronounced theater.
Whenever
Theater.
they would do a
I've heard
play that required they needed an animal, they would go to my mom and she would somehow work it out for them. So if they needed a goat or a cat or a dog,
You would play a goat or a cat.
yeah,
or
I'd play a
dog.
goat. Anyway, I played the boy that bullied her, and there was this big controversy because in the actual script,
What do you have to yell?
it had the N-word.
Nice.
In the script.
So it was a role you could really get into.
And
did you audition for it?
No, I just had it.
You're just like, this is
natural.
This is my big lie.
And I remember
we have our man.
yeah. They discussed it over and over again if this is what I was really
They
going to
heard
say.
you yelling it in public.
Well, I mean, I remember they were like, "We want you to rehearse it," and I was rehearsing and like doing it, and I remember
that's a great line read, but I don't know. There's so much hate coming out of it.
Can you do it a little more hate?
I really believe this.
It's a little too real. But
I didn't even read the line yet.
I like how you improv extra words with it. You just keep using more.
Right. But yeah, there was, and I remember thinking, I didn't at the time really know. I was really young. Like I was maybe 7.
Why would you make a
8.
7-year-old say that?
Well, I mean, it was just it's what it called for, I guess. And it was in the story. It was in the script.
No,
When he was playing a 7-year-old.
Yeah, because the little girl was like, you know. I was college.
I'm definitely getting lost.
Right.
He was in college playing a 7-year-old.
Right.
Saying the N-word.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say if you're really 7.
I was a 7-year-old pretending to be in college to get the part as the 7-year-old.
You can see where I get a little.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, it's
He just really wanted the audience to know where he stood.
Yeah. So.
By the way, I'm
So
not
did you-
acting.
Did you say the word?
No, they by the end of it all, they decided not to use
What did you
the
use
word.
instead?
Nancy boy, he yelled out.
Yeah.
You had to say jigaboo.
I had to say no. I think it ended up being like those people or something.
Those
it was
people, like
it was a
jigaboo.
step around.
It's almost worse.
Yeah, well, I mean, it wasn't supposed to be complimentary to begin with. Like, everybody was mad that her dad was defending a black person.
The N-word is occasionally complimentary, but usually
It is in the rap community,
Right.
I think. I've actually there's a guy that works. There's a guy from Africa that works for me that calls me his white
master.
No.
Yes, a massa?
No.
Is his name Toby?
All right. Harvey's headlines.
It's not going to get any better for you.
No. Oh, man.
I came in with Harvey's headlines. I never have enough time. All I wanted was to bring the news. All you ever do is rank on me. I came in with Harvey's headlines. I never have enough time. All I wanted was to bring the news. All you ever do is rank on me. Yeah, you rank on me.
5 teens were arrested in January for an alleged gang rape in a park in Brooklyn. They are now being cleared of that charge as prosecutors announced there were cell phone videos suggesting the sex was consensual. The boys, ages 14 to 17, fucked the 18-year-old girl with her father present. Also, it turns
the dad
out
was watching?
It turns out that the father was also fucking her.
What?
Oh, what?
And
Did he
that's
get
why they
arrested?
were in a park at 9 p.m.
It's a little early for
I
that.
was gonna say that sounds more like a 1 a.m. kind
Right,
of thing.
yeah.
That's a fucked up story all around.
It's awesome.
I like in the photo. They're like, we installed a new floodlight.
Well, they had to do it at 9 because he was only 14 and he had to get home.
Right.
Oh my
That's
god.
fucked up.
Nobody's going to bring up the fact that the father was fucking her.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
they-
the normal part of the story,
that's-
Roman.
Yeah.
No, it
that
says-
was definitely brought up.
They approached him at gunpoint and then gang raped his daughter. So, like, how did he get into
Dude,
it?
I like that Dave.
While we're here,
Make the best of a bad situation.
I like that Dave just told the story,
Yeah.
included the part
Yeah, I'm just curious.
about the dad being involved, and then Roman
No.
doesn't even let any time flow by before he decides to say, and nobody's talking about.
well,
What?
You brought up 9 p.m. before fucking anything else. Somebody else brought up something. How about the father fucking the daughter?
It was brought
and a
up.
gangbang. It wasn't like at home. Nobody knows
Fucking
about it.
That's the entire fucking story, Roman. It was all brought up. All of this was mentioned because the only thing you know about it is what was already mentioned. What the
All right,
fuck?
I can talk about it.
We were mostly just pointing out the fact that he said park at 9.
Right.
Yeah. Why would you be there? And I said I think you should wait longer. That was all.
Roman's just glad you finally got some happy news.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody got some. It was great.
Oh man!
So all the charges are dropped.
For the boys, I'm not sure if there were charges against the dad.
Why isn't she being charged for statutory?
You know what?
Yeah,
they were
She's
14.
18. She's
That is just
That's a good question. I don't know
what's the age of consent in New York. Probably not 14.
I'm not sure.
It's
didn't
definitely
check
not
that.
14.
I'm
I
not
don't
sure
know what's going on there.
There's a lot going on.
It's
Yeah.
We need to see the video.
Yeah.
To judge for ourselves.
the cell phone video.
Wait, who was taping?
Yeah,
that?
who
Was
was
it the
taping?
I hope. Have you ever seen the video from a bunch of years ago on YouTube, the Pretty Ricky late night special, where it's just 5 black kids humping an ottoman in their room?
Yeah, everyone's seen that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just hope that it was like that. She was the ottoman, and it was. Just, can you bring that video up, Joe?
Yeah, it was on Tosh.0 too.
I don't think
And
I've
American
seen that.
Dad spoofed it.
Did they? Yeah.
Yeah, where Steve and all his friends like do the same thing.
Oh, wait, which one is it?
The Pretty Ricky late night special YouTube video.
Oh,
Yeah.
not Tricky Ricky. Pretty. What was it?
It's like
I'll
these
find
guys.
it.
They're all like twerking and like. making
I've seen
moves
it. I
on
just don't remember the
ottoman
name of it.
Instead of like.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, we watched that.
Did we watch that?
We've watched it on
Yeah,
the show.
we've
before.
watched it.
Okay, yeah.
That was viral like 3 years ago.
Yeah, more than that. Yeah, it was more than that.
Yeah, I remember. Okay, Harvey's headlines. You're not going to bring up the fact that
Dave is the headline
What?
reader.
you're not going to bring up the fact that the father was involved.
Yeah.
Thursday nights. Dave
Why
is
are we
the
not talking about this?
headline
I don't understand it.
reader.
Why isn't the media covering
Live
this?
Thursday nights. When it turns 11 o'clock, it's Dave's time to shine. Listeners tune in to hear him bitch, cry, and whine.
I love when the recording video of this.
Times Dave does cross the line.
Getting super into
Making
it.
Joey
Yeah.
teary-eyed when he says he's fine. Dave is the headline reader on the Lotus Cast live Thursday nights. Dave is the headline reader on the Lotus Cast live Thursday nights.
And then he was admitted in the hospital the very next day.
Have you guys ever wanted to cover Real American?
That one hasn't come up.
No, that was you guys aren't arguing over.
What do you guys want to hear? We want to hear Real American. The Hulk Hogan theme.
The fans aren't clamoring.
Yeah, no.
They're clamoring.
Yeah.
That'd be great. NHL player John Scott's life rights are being made into a movie following the All-Star Game fiasco in the league this year. There was a fan vote which Scott overwhelmingly won, even though he's one of the worst players ever in the league. And the NHL tried so many ways, including pressuring his former team to trade him so then he would be dropped into the farm system of another team to not even be in the league anymore.
This is actually a great story.
He played in the game, scored 2 goals because it was a weird tournament thing, 3-on-3 bullshit, and won the MVP of the whole thing. They're making a movie of this. It's the dumbest shit.
That's dumb, yeah.
It's so funny, though.
Hockey movies are my favorite sports movies, though. Because
Slapshot.
They come up with like the best like trick plays, and then you wonder
That's
why
not why.
people don't do it in actual gameplay.
Like the knuckle puck?
Yeah, or splitting the ice with defense, or saying, "Charlie, this isn't the NBA." Like I feel like you could just say that at any game.
I'm actually learning a lot about hockey these days by playing Rocket League on my Xbox One.
You're just trying to annoy me because you're playing it wrong.
No, it's the best way to play it.
I think it's basically hockey, but there are
It's
car
fine.
sounds.
It would be
Yeah.
fine. It's just you're playing it with a limited group of people, and none of them actually know how to play. It's
Dave,
just
it's
weird.
like if you had your hockey stick was a car.
I played the fucking game, Joe.
Yeah, if you guys could play Rocket League. If you have an Xbox One, you can play it the right way with me online.
Yeah, with a bunch of terrible people at the game.
I mean, we're all really good at it. We're
I don't
learning a
think so.
lot about hockey.
I don't think
So
you're
the
good
All-Star
at all.
game has happened, right?
Yes, it's already happened.
And he scored 2 goals?
2 goals.
How did that happen?
It's bullshit 3-on-3 nonsense.
They're going to make a
Was
movie.
it during the shootout?
No.
What was the final score of the game?
There were a bunch of games.
Are
It
you
was like a
hockey
tournament.
fans?
I just only like it when the Bruins are good.
Yeah.
It's a tournament? I don't understand how the All-Star game works.
Well, it's different now. There were different. Each conference had a team for the 3-on-3 tournament. It was
Dave,
really stupid this year.
Hockey has no idea what they're doing in the All-Star. Every year they're like, I don't know what to
They're trying to do something new, and they're trying to sell the 3-on-3 overtime with it.
Dave, I saw an article where a woman claimed she got pregnant after kissing the Stanley Cup. Is there any truth to that rumor?
It's hard to get pregnant from your mouth.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I didn't read the details of the story. She
Where
could
the
have had
fucking
sex
start
after
with
that.
that?
But
That's insane.
I think she did more than kiss it,
Yeah.
maybe.
But is there just
It
semen
was
on
filled
the
with
Stanley
semen,
Cup?
and they poured it into her vagina.
I'm sure there is semen on the Stanley Cup, or has been.
Did whoever won the All-Star game get home field advantage in the World Series?
Yeah, that's how that works. Honestly, the All-Star games are stupid. I hate that shit.
They should just say, you're going to the game, but we're not actually going to have a game.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, they do that. The NHL has first and second All-Star teams at the end of the season where they just put whoever they vote onto that team, but it's not an actual team.
Yeah.
Do they have a home run contest?
Yes.
They do?
No.
Oh, I was going to say, that'd be weird.
Do they have a slam dunk
They
shot
have a skills
contest?
contest where they do different skills, like fastest skating, fastest shot, most accurate shot. Things
They
like
should have
that.
a slam dunk and hockey puck contest.
You should.
Is the red dot on your nose becoming self-aware?
Yes.
Is there like a Harlem Globetrotters but for hockey?
No.
Have they tried to make one?
No.
It's called figure skating.
That's without hockey?
Full contact figure skating would be sweet.
It would. Basically hockey.
If there were like two, if there were like three teams all doing the tricks at the same time, and like part of the thing was like when you do your jumps, you try to jump into one of the other groups that's also jumping. That'd be pretty sweet. I'd watch that.
Has anybody called hockey ice rugby?
Are you just trying to think of the dumbest question to ask me?
I mean, I think you replace dumbest with the best questions. I mean,
are they really dumb though? If they're a legitimate question,
there's no such thing as a dumb question.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
It's the person who asked.
Yeah, they're dumb people asking questions. Sorry.
Harvey's headlines.
Hey, Dave. Penny for your thoughts. Harvey's headlines. Harvey's
Not that new.
Not new.
Harvey's headlines.
You've been here the past few weeks.
I know. I mean, you were here when we dissected the video for this. With Yoda.
Yeah, but this was after.
I know, but he was also here. Did you restart it over again so it could be longer? You did.
No.
Would you guys cover this?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Yeah. It could be like a secret track.
It's pretty good. I feel like you're kind of. It's pretty good. I think you could sing.
It's giving him an aneurysm.
He just had a stroke. Okay. We don't need to replay it anymore.
Presidential
You didn't
hopeful
like it?
and Governor of Ohio John Kasich told a crowd of Virginia voters a story of how he was elected in 1976, which forced him to apologize. So let's watch that.
Wait, he was elected in 1976?
Yeah, for to a different officer.
I don't see a video in here. Hang on.
There's a video in there.
How old is he?
They're all old.
I didn't think he was that old. Oh, no, that's Rubio that's younger, right?
Yes, Rubio's the young one.
Rubio.
Looks like he's like 14.
He does look strangely
He looks
young.
like a 14-year-old. He's like a
Right.
14-year-old haircut.
He needs
Just open it in on
to make
Incognito
himself
tab or
look
something.
older, I think, to be taken more seriously.
Yeah.
Because
His suit size is
nobody
a little too big.
Yeah. But nobody wants a young president.
Ellen
Like
too.
all the voters are like, "Oh yeah, he's like he's old and experienced." Like that's
They don't want too old though, because they don't want dead in office.
yeah, that's always there's two things that always come up.
McCain was too old.
Yeah, like the person's either too old or they're too young. Like that's age plays.
I think he should prove to us that he can grow pubes.
I mean,
Anthony Weiner's in.
I don't want to
Yeah.
be at that debate.
Wait, couldn't he just wear a merkin?
Prove
and
it,
be okay?
Rubio.
Couldn't you just wear a merkin and be okay?
No, well, they have to pull it and make sure it's real.
Somebody's got to be there and pull each strand out.
yeah. Each strand.
I went to Washington following my mother's advice. I'd been in the legislature before that at the age of 26. And how did I get elected? I didn't have anybody for me. We just got an army of people who, and many women who left their kitchens to go out and go door to door and to put yard signs up for me all the way back when, things were different.
So that's what he had to
there
apologize
was
for.
no reaction in the crowd when he said, "Well, the women
Why,
left their
because the
kitchens."
kitchen?
Yeah.
That's like a reality of the time.
I know, but he had to
People are
apologize
so
for it.
sensitive these days.
So
It's
what,
ridiculous.
I know, but what is he apologizing for? Like, that's not.
Okay.
For saying that.
Do you listen?
I listen.
Do you fucking
I
listen?
I do listen. I heard and I analyzed and I asked the question.
What did you analyze? What the fuck did you just analyze?
You do realize the headline
that was your question.
Women left the kitchens to vote for me. That's what he had to apologize for. And then your question was, what did he have to apologize for?
As in, like,
As in like what? As in like what?
Can you let me fucking?
What the fuck is about to come out of your mouth to make you seem
You
any
was
better?
a father with his own daughter? I mean,
yeah, go ahead.
I'm not even gonna go down that road.
No, we're-
no matter what the fuck I say, it's gonna be wrong.
You're right, because you decided to open your mouth and travel down the road of stupidity, and now you think that you're going to be able to detour back out of this?
I quit.
What were you going to say?
No, is he apologizing for?
Uh-huh.
Don't me. Fuck you.
You can't finish the
Go
thought
ahead.
because you realize.
Make this better, Roman. Please, by all means, make this better.
I'm not. No.
No, go ahead.
I know.
Was he apologizing for what?
I don't know.
What was he going to apologize for? Don't be Joe. What was he going to
I'm gonna
apologize?
shut down like Joe and Dave do.
Don't do it.
I'm gonna shut down.
First-
I don't shut
Dave
down like
doesn't
that.
shut down.
Dave just shuts down.
I shut down when you're just being annoying and there's no way around it.
Go ahead. Well,
this is
I'm
different.
gonna shut down on this one. I'm gonna
Don't.
give that
No, seriously. What do you think he's going to apologize for?
But the women, about the women thing.
Yeah.
No, I get it. I get that part.
Can you
but
talk into the microphone, please?
But which part is he like apologizing for the fact that it has happened before, or the fact that he said it out loud? Like, just fucking makes no sense.
That he said it. He's not allowed to say what he said.
Why?
Because people are sensitive bitches.
Okay, you guys don't.
If somebody was like,
Are you saying we don't get it?
Back when there were
No,
Jim
we
Crow
get it.
laws, like if somebody even mentioned that those existed, then like they have to apologize. Like there's no way to say anything that could possibly be upsetting to anybody. That's the point.
Who found this offensive?
A lot of people.
People find everything offensive now.
He insinuated that women belonged in their kitchens.
I'm a woman, and I didn't find that offensive.
Well,
I understand.
which is fine.
Yeah, and I understand because back when he was 26 years old, women really did stay at home. A lot of them, anyway.
Right.
So that's just how it is.
Right. But
I mean, was so good he got them to go out.
But that's not how people hear it. They just hear women in
Yeah, I
kitchens,
guess.
and it's the worst thing in the
I
world.
guess I could see. But, it's stupid.
Yeah, I think the thing is he's using it like an expression, and people are taking it literally, sort of. You
Yeah.
know,
Like when-
like women belonged in the kitchen. He's like,
Right.
no,
I'm
I'm just
saying they
like,
literally left
I'm
the-
saying like they actually, took initiative maybe in their lives. I mean, I'm not a
Right.
basic fan, so I'm not trying to defend the guy. I just think it is amazing how much people
Right.
pick the word.
Hey, listen,
Yeah.
you don't have to be a fan of somebody, but when
Right.
something like this happens, you definitely should step out in support of them and their stance on
You
it.
don't
Like-
have to defend speech you like.
Right. Exactly.
That's
you
it.
just have to defend free speech.
Right.
You might say something that I don't agree with or I'm not on board with, but in the end, you should be able.
Well, I think it's interesting that you're saying it's free speech because honestly, everybody says he has to apologize. No,
Well,
he doesn't. Donald Trump
no, but I mean, running for president,
Donald Trump would.
Right, but that's a very specific type of person.
But you know what? Kasich could take the approach and say, but guys, if you even think I meant it that way, you're silly. I don't need to apologize. He could take that.
If he
stance.
if he did that,
He would not get
he would be
votes.
gone
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah. The thing is like Trump.
Maybe not.
I think he would.
I think everybody thinks
He's not
nobody
gonna-
does that because everybody's playing the company line for so long and look where Trump
Right,
is.
but that's exactly it. Because that's
Trump
where
is
his money comes
special.
from. That's where his
Right.
candidacy
All of a
is.
sudden, if he didn't apologize, then money starts going away.
I mean, if Trump started apologizing, he'd lose.
Right, but that's
Yeah.
Trump. That's a
Yeah.
specific candidate.
Also, Trump doesn't have to worry about anybody pulling any type of funding.
Because people already.
Because he doesn't need
Trump
any.
is
Right.
what he is, like
He
what
doesn't
he
have any
displays
funding.
on.
Doesn't mean advertising.
Yeah, he doesn't have any of it.
People accept Trump because that's what he displays as himself, like on TV. Like Kasich, like has a persona already, and if he's just going to be like, "Fuck it, I don't care anymore," he doesn't have that kind of personality where people are like, "I'm going to stick with you."
But
I'll just go with that other crazy guy that's already.
But his
talking on
personality
TV.
is to already make that comment. I mean, and I'm not trying to judge the comment. I'm saying, but his personality is already to say it
Sure.
that way. So, like, why run away from that? Well, people have to do that all the time. They run away from something they said.
It's
They
just-
go, I didn't mean it. You know what? You did mean it.
Right.
Well, the
You
strange
did.
thing is that his comment is nothing but complimentary.
Exactly. Yes. There's nothing wrong with what he said.
Exactly.
So you shouldn't run away from it.
Right.
He's saying that women are great cooks.
Yes, that's what he said.
You agree? Like it's a phony apology. Whenever the
Yeah, of
apology
course.
comes out, like it's not real because obviously if they said it or whatever they said is what they meant. But I mean, again, what happens is, that's when the money starts disappearing. If they don't apologize, if they don't come up with a fake apology, even though nobody's going to believe them, because it's like even if you apologize, you're still a piece of shit.
Right.
Like they still consider you. Oh well, he doesn't mean the apology. Like nobody ever says that's like with what's her name? Who's the cook that got fired?
Paula Deen.
Paula Deen. Paula Deen. They had all this outrage. Everybody's all upset. She apologizes. She still gets fired from her job. She still loses her show. Like everything goes down the shitter for her, and nobody said, "Oh, well, she apologized, so we're all good now." Everybody still thought, "Oh,
well, yeah," but she's like a white woman.
So that's
An old
kind of
white
why
woman.
even though I'm not a Trump fan, I appreciate what he's doing for the maybe politics and the political game because maybe it won't be the same just BS where you have to apologize because we're told to, but really that apology doesn't do anything. And I think Trump's trying to realizing it doesn't do anything. I'm just going to be myself. There's a lot of people out there like me, and I'm just going to get them to and the fact that he's unapologetic is what they like, and I think. Everybody wants that. Everybody is sick of this PC.
Well, that also could just be his audience, for instance, in the
That's
next story.
it. You've convinced me. I'm voting for Trump now.
No, see, well, honestly, I would rather see Trump in office than any of the other Republicans. That's the
Me
truth.
too.
That's the truth.
Harvey's headlines.
A poll from the New York Times asking Trump supporters whether they approve of the Emancipation Proclamation showed that 20% of his supporters were against that executive action. That's amazing. That's the story. I don't know how the fuck anybody... 20% of people that support him think that we shouldn't.
See what it is, what they don't like, and I'll tell you what it is. The reason that people don't support the Emancipation Proclamation is that, and it absolutely makes sense, because when they passed that, they actually attached,
not passed.
When they attached some sub bills to it.
Not a bill.
That said,
no. This is all wrong.
There were sub proclamations that said like, oh, well, you can't
sub executive orders.
You can't clip your toenails after
Right.
4 p.m. So therefore, it ruined a lot of people's lives. So I mean, he did that. He was like, oh, free the slaves. Everybody's on board. But he also like the things that were attached to it,
right,
weren't.
Part of it was if you killed your former masters, you got their plantation.
Yeah,
that was in it too.
Yeah, see.
As a sub bill.
So I understand why people wouldn't support it. It was a sneaky.
That's a huge number of people.
You know why they
that
probably
think that
don't?
that
It was,
was
a, it was a
bad.
sneaky bill, dude.
Yeah.
They probably don't support it because of reparations.
Right.
They're looking for reparations and they're not getting it, and they're like, we don't support this Emancipation Proclamation.
Yeah.
Or
I mean,
they probably think it's happening today, and they don't support it happening today.
You were saying, I forgot to even watch the video. The thing Trump saying he would punch somebody.
Mhm.
Like a couple weeks ago, he said that he could shoot somebody in the middle of the street, and his supporters would still be on board with him. That's, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm all for saying whatever the fuck you want to say, but if somebody running for president says I could shoot somebody in the middle of the street and nobody would think, or nobody that likes me would care. That's insane. That's absolutely crazy.
It's not insane. He's just stating a fact.
Fine.
He's not gonna. And I don't think anybody who thinks like he's gonna actually shoot somebody.
But that's
he's not going to. I mean,
how does
Of course,
It's just rhetoric. It's just the way he's talking.
Of course, but that's a strange version of rhetoric.
It is. But I
That's
don't
a
think
very
it,
strange
but
version
it doesn't
of
mean
rhetoric.
anything about the like. I don't think it makes him that fundamentally different person, a human being, than anyone else has been president.
No, I'm saying that's not going to help discourse in politics. I'm saying like if he's talking about how nobody would care what he says, like the whole point is what he says and does. Like that matters. That's the only thing that matters. So when he's like, yeah, I could shoot somebody and nobody would care, they should fucking care. Like that's insane that he's saying that. Like that's insulting to so many people. And I don't know. I don't know how he gets away with certain things like that. Him talking about other things, saying like these rates are higher for violence from these people, fine. That's facts. And I'm totally on board with actually talking about facts.
These people? Come on, Dave. That's racist.
Okay. But I
Call him the N-word.
Yeah, right. Sorry. It just that is a strange version of it. That's all. I don't know why
Is
you're
that your
looking at
stump
me.
speech?
Yes, my stump speech.
We got to the sad hour.
Can't stump the Trump.
I got some good news next.
Are you going to be voting for
Happy
Trump?
news?
No.
Happy news?
Who are you voting for?
Bernie.
You're a Bernie guy?
I
You're
have
feeling
been
the
a
burn?
Bernie guy since high school.
Feeling that burn?
Yes.
He's burning his
Liz,
enthusiasm.
you hear that? He's feeling the burn.
Since he was a congressman, yeah. I remember when I
you
first got
vote
into
for him?
politics. No, I voted for Nader in 2008 and then Jill Stein in 2012.
Who did you vote for in the last election?
Jill Stein. Well, for president, yeah.
Who did you vote for in the election before that?
Nader. I literally just said, are you Roman?
In
I
2008,
thought you didn't vote for Obama?
No.
In 2008, I wrote in Jean-Luc Picard.
That's good.
Did you really?
Yeah, because I was kind of hoping that people would follow suit, and I don't think anybody
You
did.
should have said Patrick Stewart because he might have actually won.
Did you tell people that you
He's not an American
I
citizen.
probably tweeted about
That's a
it,
good point.
but I don't think
think of
anybody
Did
was following
it
me
end
at
up
the
in the
time.
draft bin?
I don't know. It might have.
That last tweet that you put out recently, was that from the cutting room floor? Like, are you bringing out the... Just,
the Morgan Freeman one?
Yeah.
No. I just thought of that.
that was...
Threw that out there. Yeah.
I kind of thought maybe that was one that went into the draft
No,
bin
because
and you're
lots of
just
people
doing, like, your
laughed at it.
unreleased hits.
No, I didn't.
Unreleased hits.
My unreleased hits are staying unreleased hits.
Did you agonize over any tweets this week?
I didn't. I just had the one.
Joe gets anxiety over sending out tweets.
They have to meet certain standards.
And they're all terrible. What are you talking about standards?
They're not all terrible.
He overanalyzes.
I think your
them.
standards are too high.
I got a favorite on one of them. So
From who?
I don't
His
remember,
mom.
but I
His
remember.
sister?
Yeah.
I remember getting an email that somebody liked
His
my tweet.
sister's Twitter that he himself
I don't.
uses.
Right.
I don't use Twitter, but is one favorite a lot?
No.
It's a lot nowadays.
For Joe, it's a lot.
I wasn't sure.
Nowadays,
Yeah.
I mean, somebody saw it and liked it.
Is that unusual on Twitter?
Verified that
is.
somebody actually saw it.
It is weird that anybody would see anything that we would put out.
But my Twitter goes to Facebook, so then I got a bunch of likes on the Facebook one.
Oh, there you go.
See, that's how I know people liked it.
Hey.
Did you get any wows or any angries?
Yeah.
No.
Anybody reacting to
nobody
it? 'Cause that's what you can
reacted.
do on Facebook now. It's react
Nobody
to
reacted
things.
to it.
You can put face. Did you know that now? Instead of
That just started. Like you can
Yeah.
love something, or
Right.
Can you dislike something?
you can make an angry face
Oh,
or like
yeah,
a
you can,
shocked
have
face.
different- You can have like an
Wow.
option.
So now it's like my dad just died. Go to the funeral. You don't have to say like anymore.
Yeah, you can put, you
Yeah,
can put a
I
heart
like
up
that.
there to let them know that you love
I
them.
love this.
Or
Yeah,
maybe
I like
Sad
the
face.
tear face.
Love it.
There's
Yeah.
no dislike, but they added a heart. So now people are going to be like,
There is
well,
a dislike. Angry is dislike.
Why didn't
Like,
you
what the
love
hell?
it? You only liked it.
Well, maybe they wrote something like they were mad.
This is going
and
to
then-
enter a lot of crap.
There's the original like, there's love, there's haha, there's wow, sad,
That's too
and
many.
angry.
Ha ha could be really mean. Like,
Yeah.
Haha, small penis.
I like when you like hover over them with your finger, like it's animated, so
With
like the
your finger?
ha-ha space. Yeah, like on your phone. You hover with the like
You
button.
can't have a dislike button because you could cyberbully.
Right.
But isn't it cyberbullying if you don't heart it, but you just click like, and they'll be like, "Why didn't you heart this one?"
Yeah, dude, this is going to be
Only people like Joe would say things like that.
more selfish bullshit. And
I'm gonna- like, if when I like stuff.
passively aggressively say to everyone like, "Why did you only like it?"
Yeah.
Like, is that
Yeah.
I'm going
It
to
is.
continue to only like things
Oh, no.
because it's the first click. It's
that's what this is going to be now. Is people are going to be like, oh, well, they just liked it. They didn't like think it. Like if somebody writes a joke and somebody just likes it,
Why did you
instead of
ha-ha?
why didn't you give me the laughy face?
What about
You
like
know?
when stuff on the news covers like Facebook bullshit where they would be like, it has like 200,000 likes on Facebook? Are they going to be like, it has like 198,000 likes and then 2,000 angry faces? Are they going to?
There are several ha-has, which don't seem relevant,
Yeah.
but we're going to report them anyways.
Harvey's headlines.
Following the return of Cecil the Lion stuff, big game hunters are wary of shooting
Oh,
exotic
man.
animals.
heard
So
this
much
one
so
a lot.
that Bobier Valley Conservancy in Zimbabwe will have to cull 200 of their lions.
Davey Harvey.
Tried to get it in.
I tried to get it because it was taking so fucking long.
Hard over to make sure you come down to the Supermart this weekend. We got a sale on fresh strawberries, only 99 cents a bunch. We also got corned beef, $8.99 a pound. Come on down this weekend. Only.
Davey Harvey, king of the headlines. Davey Harvey.
Oh, there it is.
They are also asking other institutions and sanctuaries to take some of their lions. They also have less money coming in as the big checks these hunters write for the ability to hunt the animals have stopped as well. So I wonder how everybody that freaked out about that one lion feels about 200 dying because of it. They're at
200
fault.
of Cecil's brethren.
Yeah, they're at fault for this.
It's all their faults.
Yeah.
Why can't they just give them to other conservatories?
Can we just let the
Can
lion...
you guys listen to the stories?
What?
I literally said that they're asking other places to take them.
I said, why can't they though?
They can.
But
They are
No,
asking.
but like, why is killing 200 of them an option when they can just give them away?
To who? Do you have
To other
room for some
conservatories.
lions?
Mike Tyson?
Because they're always.
Are you farting?
I'm not farting.
It sounded like farts.
You could probably bring in a couple lions, Joe. in your
I mean,
apartment.
maybe they look cuddly.
They'd kill you.
Well, I
to
mean,
death.
They didn't kill.
Not because they're
Siegfried
lions, just because
or
they'd
Roy.
hate you.
Yeah, that's probably true. You probably get like a really tame lion that like you could declaw it and remove its teeth, and it would find a way.
It'd smother you with a
right.
pillow.
Just choke you out. If you had a family with squirrels, they'd still kill you.
Yeah. Oh man, for Joe, definitely.
Well, I don't know. Dave's D&D character can talk to animals, so
It's
he
true.
can probably do that for me.
He can.
He can come over and just talk to the lion.
I don't know who I
don't
hate
know
more
why
right
he
now.
said that.
Does that come in handy in D&D a lot?
Not yet.
Was that something that you started off with, or did you
I bet a
learn?
lot of D&D abilities don't come in handy ever.
That's true.
He has
They're very useful in real life.
Yeah. He has animal husbandry skills too.
Really?
Talking to animals would be super useful in real life.
Wait, what? You can become a husband?
Yes.
to an
To
animal?
animals, yes.
Wow.
We actually ran into that problem because we had two like big.
I don't know why you're
direwolves.
telling them about
What would be the first animal you talk to
intricacies
in real life?
about this
Yeah,
story.
seriously.
What would be the first animal you would talk to in real life?
In real life,
What
the
would you
first
ask them?
animal.
What would you ask them?
I know exactly. Well, my first question would be to a platypus, and it would just be, "What the fuck?" That's it. That's where I
They're
go.
going to be like, "What are you talking about? What the fuck's with you?"
No, they know.
You would
They
talk
know
to
what's
your-
up,
Like, dude,
a
you got the
fucking
hair on your head and you got this skin.
the platypus knows that it's a fucking weird
Dave's thinking
animal.
about it. What are you thinking?
You wouldn't talk to your pets?
You're gonna. I mean,
No.
you have the ability. How are you going to use it? What are you going to use it on? What about you, Liz?
Would you talk to an elephant? Ask him if you
I
want
would definitely talk to
peanut?
my cat, Biscuit.
This just reminds me of when I tap
Biscuit,
danced when I was a
would
little
say.
kid, and I was Dr.
like I have
Dolittle,
no
and one of the
questions to
songs
ask.
I had to sing was "If I Could Talk to the Animals."
That's what this reminds you.
Yeah,
of.
that's what this reminds me of.
Turn Dave's mic off. What was your animal, Liz?
We were saying me and Jesse would talk to our cats,
Yeah.
but I don't know what I would say to my cat.
But my cat, I would just be like, dude, what do you want to do with life?
Dude,
And he'd be like, tell
here's
me.
the thing.
He would tell me.
I don't think I want to have like a deep conversation with my cat just because I like the relationship that we have. The relationship that we have right now is that he comes up to me and we cuddle and I say things to him and he just looks at me. And that's it. Because if he starts talking back when I'm like, "Oh, Mr. Pretzels, did you have a good day today?" He would be like, "No, motherfucker, I didn't have a good day today." You know why?
Trapped
because
inside.
you didn't put the food in my bowl at the right time. He'd be like, "You didn't clean out my litter box on time either." So what the fuck's that about? He would just be shitting. You know when you around the house, you're just singing those stupid fucking songs, dude. Please stop. All right, it would just turn into this really horrible relationship.
But what if it turns out that he's an Aristocat?
All right, are you Joe now?
Yeah,
You're Joe.
That's what I was going for.
I like the non-verbal communication that I have with my cat. I talk, he looks at me, I scratch him, he's happy, he looks happy.
I thought your
I
cat.
feel like there's these times where we're just like locked in each other's eyes and we're trying to understand what the other one's thinking, and we're like, "What are you trying to say, man?"
Yeah, no, he's not
get
doing
there.
that. You are. You're doing
I
that.
don't know.
Your cat
He has a
is
special
not.
cat.
My
yeah.
cat is pretty intense.
I think
You should meet him
my
sometime.
dog does that when I look into his eyes.
Yeah.
Well, that's because he's waiting for you to baby bird feed him.
Yeah, he's just hungry.
No, he's just hungry all the time. But like
He's waiting for you to take your pants off.
sometimes. The little dog, he likes the smell of farts, and he'll cuddle in your lap when you fart.
So weird. That's so weird.
Literally the worst part.
He licks the air.
That's
God!
That's one animal I don't want to talk to.
His breath smells all the time.
It's a dog, of course. It's
I don't know. I mean, there's got to you got to find out the plight of a polar bear or something. You know, like there's or like a fucking salmon.
I think polar bears would definitely be complaining to you all the time. They'd be like, "Dude, I got a
squid.
problem.
Oh, yeah,
I
he's
got
the-
99 problems. Let me
I
tell
think
you.
they'd be sad. They'd be like, "Oh, our ice caps are melting. You're destroying our environment."
Dude, that's
they,
what-
they would be preachy as hell.
A polar bear.
Or they're like, it's finally melting.
Yeah, they're like, "We're finally getting some nice weather."
A polar bear would totally be like, you would walk in and be like, "Oh man, you would not believe the day I've had," and then he would just say, "Really, really? You want to hear my day? Okay."
All right,
Well,
I just had to swim 500 miles
Right.
to find one fish.
one. I had one fish today.
One fish.
All polar bears are Jewish.
I got shit stuck in
They're
my
just
ass
like
hair.
Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, they
Right.
gotta complain about everything.
I'm telling you, that's what my whole family's like.
Yeah, I've got the ice mange. It's really not good for polar bears.
Yeah.
What do you think jellyfish would say?
Huh?
A jellyfish.
Nothing, because jellyfish would never speak. You're stupid. Harvey's headlines.
I just say,
Several shootings perpetrated by one man in Michigan.
And there's one guy who can't drive home. He will read you his headlines.
Several shootings perpetrated by one man in Michigan, leaving 6 dead, ended with the arrest of the man. Jason Dalton was an Uber driver, and while driving around Kalamazoo to murder people, he took fares. He allegedly dropped a group of people off at a hotel, went next door, and started shooting up the Cracker Barrel, which was the last of his 3 shootings. Why didn't he just kill the people in his car?
That's why I don't do Uber drivers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is so good because he didn't
Well, you
have
wanted
any...
them to have a good story saying, "I drove with that murderer."
Yeah, he could have been.
maybe they were nice people.
I don't know. This story just confuses me.
Maybe like once he knows him and talks to him, he can't kill them, but if he doesn't talk to him,
Oh, you're trying to apply logic to like.
Yeah, I know.
Because they were they were random killings. So if they're random killings, why doesn't he just like bring the people that get into his car to a random place and shoot them up?
It's like why?
No, I know,
Pick
but
a number between 1 and 4. Like why? Oh, I picked 4. Why didn't you pick 2? It's the next one over.
It's statistically impossible. Is
But
what Dave's trying to
But
say.
he did this 3 times, or he went to 3 separate locations to shoot people.
'Cause they're random
and then
killings?
he would bring people nearby, and then go somewhere else to shoot other people randomly. Why doesn't he just kill the people in his car?
Wait,
It's
what
just
were
so
the
confusing.
establishments again?
I don't know what the other places were.
So,
They
I mean,
only
dealership
said
was
Cracker
one of
Barrel.
them. He killed 2 people at a car dealership.
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe those are places that he applied before he got a sweet job. at Uber,
Maybe.
making $1,500 a week.
Could have been.
Maybe he just saw people and was like, I don't like that guy.
By the way,
I'm gonna
those,
kill him.
I heard like on an Uber commercial, there's like the guy's like, I can make $5,000 a month. Do the math on that because you make $20 an hour. Do the math. $5,000 a month at $20 an hour. You know how many hours you have to drive a week? I'm not going to do the math because I don't know what it is exactly.
Don't you get-
it's like driving 80 hours a week.
Yeah.
It's like what the hell? Like 5,000 my ass.
Don't you get paid more if you have a nicer car because they charge for fancier cars?
Maybe.
Charge more.
Wait a minute. I don't think it's
Probably
actually-
depends where you live
Wait, a
too.
week? Did you say a
That-
week?
No, a
A
month.
month, 5,000 a month.
Yeah,
Oh,
hold
it's
on.
not-
I know
$20 an
if you're
hour.
driving in
That
like
makes sense.
Miami,
It's not
you
like
get
60
paid a lot
hours,
more
dude.
than.
It's like 50, 60 hours.
No, I don't think so.
So 5,000 divided by 20. It's 250.
Hours divided by 4.
So that's 60. That's more than 60 hours a week.
Yeah, 62 hours a week.
That's just not that much. I mean, it's
That's
a lot,
of
but
actual driving. That's
Yeah,
not. That's
well,
not of getting to
yeah,
your fare. That's
right.
of-
Here's the
that's
deal.
of getting your actual.
Isn't that-
fare.
is that
You
plus
get
tip?
no. You get. I don't think you can tip with Uber.
Oh, I thought it just charged.
I'm saying it's tough.
I think it is $20. $20 I think is the basic.
Yeah, maybe
but there's the
more.
peak hours. Like if you're working Friday, Saturday nights, because the rates go up.
I don't know that the driver makes that much more.
I think they do. I think the driver
'Cause
makes
it's
a little
profit
bit more.
sharing, because they want you to feel like you are invested in it.
Yeah. Harvey's headlines.
And finally, IBM Japan.
You like this show? It's one of your favorite shows, right? Yeah.
Top 3.
Hey Dave, what you doing? Hey Dave,
are you really upset that
where
Coach
are
left?
you going?
Coach was one of the better parts of this.
I know. I love Coach.
Oh, I think we lost him.
I don't know. Here's
This is a theme song to a television show.
Oh,
You don't know it?
the show Coach.
New Girl.
No.
New Girl
It is, yeah.
I don't know that show.
was Zoe
No,
D.
it's not Coach with Craig T. Nelson.
yeah, I love that show.
That'd be way better.
Talking about
You
it.
like that show.
I know that show.
Wait,
I recognize the song now.
yeah.
New Girl was Zoe D.
IBM Japan announced they are developing a Sword Art Online virtual reality game. Sword Art Online is a Japanese comic and anime about people playing in a virtual reality game and getting trapped in it. IBM's plan is to use their Watson systems to make the game respond in a real way as opposed to the obvious dialogue choices games currently have. It's pretty interesting because if they actually have, like, you could just go and speak into your microphone and talk to all the NPCs and stuff and they'd actually respond.
Are they going to say that it's meta at all?
What happens if they get stuck?
If they get trapped in it,
Yeah.
that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Are you going to play it?
You don't even know you're in it?
Yeah, that could happen.
Dave, what if you do get trapped in it, but
Yeah.
it's better than your life out here? Do you stay in there?
I feel like you would
Are they
die.
going to release it for
It's a conception.
console? The better way to play games?
I don't know what they're going to do,
If you
but
die in
probably
the game,
not
do you die in
because
real life? Yeah.
because
Probably, I
there
would hope.
is serious hardware
conception.
limitations with consoles.
No.
No, it
Yeah.
says use a controller. The game will be played by moving your body. Connects.
Yeah.
Okay.
How will they react when I start doing sociopathic things?
I don't know.
Probably like
I
Alexa
can't
reacts.
tell you how artificial intelligence will work.
Like I just break in their house and knock all the books off their bookshelf.
You just break all the pots looking for rupees.
Exactly. And then murder them.
Dave, did you
I don't know.
apply to be a prototype alpha test?
No.
It says they'll take 208 people.
Okay.
Oh, there we are tonight.
Pretty interesting, though.
It's good to be done, right?
Long day.
You have to work tomorrow?
Yes.
Early?
We have band practice in the morning.
In the morning?
11:30.
What band practice starts
I know.
in the morning?
Because a lot of people,
Because we're teachers, like
work nights, yeah.
Right, so Fridays in the morning. That seems like
Usually
the most
it's like
reasonable
Wednesday.
time.
Yeah.
It's usually Wednesday, yeah. Friday kind of sucks.
That's good. That's good. You get nervous in practice?
No, that would be weird. Maybe.
She's
Maybe in the
nervous to show
beginning.
when you show new songs. You're always nervous.
Oh yeah, I get all sweaty and like shaky.
She's gonna show us like a new song. She's like, okay, I don't want to show you.
Things we've learned about
This week
Liz
on
tonight.
spaghetti.
She just gets sweaty a lot.
Yeah.
Did you ever react bad? You're like, that song is shit. Why would you show us that?
I have hurt her feelings by accident before. I was like, it's not bad.
Oh.
It's,
Oh, you say it's good to her face, but then later you're just
Yeah.
like totally dissonant behind her back.
She actually stumbles upon a chat that you had open with somebody else. We're like, dude, that song that Liz brought in.
What was she thinking?
Oh man.
No, she's never written anything bad. I just sometimes I've been like, it could be a little more inspired. I've said something along those
I
lines.
think and I'm too sensitive. so-
Right.
But I think lately you've been writing pretty good stuff.
You see how sweaty her hands were? What the fuck?
I know, out of all people criticizing it.
She doesn't smell,
it's-
Listen.
Sweaty hands.
Liz,
That is the worst.
I have a huge sweaty hand problem. Oh my god, my hands.
We
get so
could
fucking
not even
sweaty.
be doing anything, and his hands are just like gooey with sweat. It's
Yeah, well, they're not
weird.
gooey with sweat.
It's
They're
weird.
moist.
They're gooey.
I don't know, I'm secreting snot out of my
viscous
sweat. Right.
Yeah, there's other stuff in his hands at
Yeah.
the same time.
That's weird.
Adds
Smells
to the
like
goo.
onions.
Right. It's
Well,
like
if you get sweaty hands and you start touching things, stuff will stick, and then your hands get sticky.
it's awful. I know the plight of the sweaty palms is not a good
real.
one.
It's
Yeah.
better than the sweaty pits. Non-stop sweaty pits.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
It's not good.
It saves a lot on KY.
I don't really.
It's like in there. It's like the sweaty pits, dude.
Sweaty pits, dude.
Well, that's where you like to rub.
All right, we're gonna wrap this
Definitely
up. Final thoughts around the room, Mr. Harati Sky.
Microphone.
I think I did good today with the mic,
Oh,
in a sense of breathing wise.
Oh my god.
Well, nobody has complained about my breathing.
I think I did good with the mic today after just being reminded to speak into it.
Yeah, Anger's name is literally Romans flapping uvula.
Well,
Because
maybe
it's your
like
breathing.
maybe speaking less into it is an improvement over breathing too much into it.
Well, baby steps. Baby
Dave
steps.
even changed his avatar to the Ninja Turtle guy who
Yeah.
can't breathe.
Okay. Well, usually I have last few times I had that mic and I had the little thingy on it, and I think prevents some of the breathing.
The mute button?
It prevents some of the
pop
breathing.
It stops me from breathing.
Yeah, he can't breathe.
Eric Garner.
Oh my god.
I think you should listen back to this whole show before next week and critique yourself. Critique your performance.
I don't think I can handle myself doing that.
You won't even be able to hear half the
Well,
things he
if
said.
you want to get better, you have to listen to yourself. See
no.
what's annoying. You're like, wow, I really was an annoying fucking dickhead.
Well,
and make yourself better, like we were talking about earlier.
maybe.
Yeah, wipe your ass.
Maybe. And I'm also glad to be back.
Fuck off.
Jesse.
Oh, final thought.
Final thought.
I don't have a good final thought. I'm pretty excited about my album. I'm going to be really selfish and just brag about
That's
my
fine.
album. Yeah. I mean, that's my final thought is I'm really excited. I hope everyone comes out to the Whiskey Barrel on the 4th, March 4th, next Friday, a week from tomorrow.
In Haverhill.
In Haverhill. New Hampshire people come down too because we're right on the border.
Yeah, you're not that far.
Yeah, we're right there. And I'm just excited. I've actually never been in a band that put out a full-length album ever.
Oh, really?
So it's my first one, so it's...
Congratulations.
I was an album virgin until now. No longer. That's my final thought.
Liz?
Wait, an album virgin?
That's what I said.
What
yeah.
is the Celebrity Jeopardy? Sean Connery says that.
Does he really?
No, I'm saying like if he did.
Album virgin.
No.
Nobody knows what you're talking about.
Mr.
Right?
Potato
Anal bum virgin? That's what he said.
Mr. Potato Dick says he loves you and he'll see you next Friday.
Funny sequence of words.
Badass.
Sweet.
We love you too, Mr. Potato Dick.
Ask him to bring his potato dick.
Yeah.
Please
I
don't.
want to see what it looks like.
Please don't.
And Slim Jims. Ask him to bring Slim Jims.
Unless it's a fingerling.
Austin's asking for us to swaddle Dave. We ever going to do that, Dave?
I don't know.
The people want
Dave needs the money. Well, no, he still has the
war bonds.
the war bonds left over.
Liz.
I'm gonna smell my boyfriend's balls and see if they smell like onions.
Would you please just report back to us?
Wait, can you do that on the show?
You can't do it on, you can't just go home after he's showered or something.
Oh, he's
Has to be
disgusting. You should
after a
see
long
Alex.
day.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a mountain
he won't
man.
have showered, I can tell you that.
Okay. All right. So you got to do it after, he's been...
Are you gonna?
I'm just teasing Alex.
Are you gonna
I love
tell him you're gonna sniff his balls, or are you just gonna sniff his balls first and then be like,
I have to do the swipe.
Yeah, you can do the swipe. Yeah.
just like?
But what
Is he going to like that?
if you do the swipe and it grosses you out and it's the worst thing you've ever smelled? Are you going to associate that now with his balls going forward and just never want to do it again?
I think he's actually swiped himself and then forced me to smell it.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah,
No,
that's
he's
the way
one
to
of
do
those
it.
He's
guys.
ahead of the
Does he
game.
Dutch oven you too?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's no way around that.
Yeah.
It's just a thing that
He
happens.
just holds you down, just farts right
It's
on
just
your
a
face.
thing that happens. They
We've
just
all been there.
force their heads under the blanket.
Well, I mean, you Dutch oven yourself all the time, like when it's cold. You don't.
Have you developed a taste for it? Do you lick the air?
like Joe's dog. Like Joe's dog.
It's
Yes,
so
Liz's
weird
breath smells
to see that.
terrible.
I like how licking farts is why he thinks his dog's breath smells.
Dude, he
also eats poop.
terrible.
So if your breath smells like onions, that could mean something else is what you're saying.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. That means you've been licking balls.
Or you just eat onions because they're tasty.
He had some onions.
I just had a raw onion before I came in today. That's what that means. All right. Analog Heart. March
us.
4th. AnalogHeartBand.com. Follow them on Twitter. They're all there. Search it. Just Analog Heart. You'll find it all. Give them the follows. Give them the loves, the favorites, the retweets. And, Austin says Charles. Adam is awesome. Charles as well.
Everyone in the chat's deciding whose team they're on.
Charles.
Well, nobody said Team Matt or Dave so far.
Well, Scrimpy Lock said my hate for Matt and Joe is tied. She can't decide who to hate more. So that's.
But there was some Team Joes in there, like 3. So
Felipe was Team Joe.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
Wait, what are the teams for?
Charles isn't here tonight because he got into a car accident.
Aw.
Yeah.
He lost all 3 of his legs.
He totaled his car, and he damaged his rectum in the accident.
he's getting reconstruction surgery.
Yeah,
Get it? He wrecked him.
He's getting asshole reconstruction surgery, and what they're doing is they're removing his lips from his mouth, and they're going to reconstruct his asshole.
Oh, I thought you were going to say they were going to remove his head.
No.
Why would they remove
Just
his
the
head?
lips. Just the lips. They're going to make him bite a lemon and then cut off his lips and then put him on his asshole.
Well, Charles is so rich now, he could buy somebody else's
Did he
lips.
really tear his asshole?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very bloody. He Snapchatted photos.
He Snapchatted photos of the toilet paper, or
Yeah.
the paper towels he used to clean it up.
I never do pictures of the toilet paper.
Ah, that is genius.
Oh, so like after the courtesy flush when the poo goes away and the toilet paper afterwards?
She'll be better though. One day, hopefully. I guess asshole reconstruction surgery.
It's not been done before.
Yeah, it's in depth. It's a really long procedure. Because in order he preferred the idea of having no lips, but a nice looking asshole. So that's why he said my asshole needs to be.
He's just baring his teeth all the time.
Yeah,
kiss his own ass whenever he wants.
It's gonna be really weird when he has to kiss his grandmother goodbye.
His teeth will just be exposed all the time, but he's gonna have a beautiful asshole.
When he shits, we'll be like, I can taste it on my lips.
No more bleaching.
Oh, you can use Crest White strips now.
Yeah.
That wasn't what I meant.
But get well, everybody. Please, pray
for
if you
Charles.
just tweet at us, let us know that you want Charles's asshole to get better. We'll make sure he sees him by this time.
Send
next
him
week.
cards.
Yeah. Adam, final thoughts, sir.
So last weekend I played the beta for Tom Clancy's The Division.
Yeah, how'd you like it? Because I did
love
the same thing.
I can't wait for it now. It's like the most fun I've had in a game in a while.
See,
was it the most fun you've had in a game on a console or PC?
No, just in a while. I don't play PC games. I play console.
Okay.
Yeah, the better way to play.
The better way to play.
I played the beta as well, and I was enjoying it a lot. And then I got to thinking, I was like, well, you build up your base, right? And I thought, well, once the base is built up, am I really going to be motivated to do anything? Because once the base is done, what's the point? You know, like once
I didn't know what else there was to the game because like you only get to do part way through the base and then it's like okay, buy the rest of the game.
Well, it's not just building the
it.
base. I mean, you do the missions and
Yeah.
then the dark zone's where it's at. Did you go in the dark zone?
I did go into the dark zone. So before we talk about the dark zone, when you do the missions, like is it going to turn into like a Destiny thing where the missions are just repetitive all the time? Like you've done all the missions,
Like there's
and
15
now
You probably
20
will
missions.
once you do them all.
Yeah.
But what's the point of the game? Like, is there like some sort of raid situation where you got to work with your team members to do something, or is it just that PvP dark zone
it's
area?
an RPG shooter, so you got to have put a squad of 4 players together for and you have the players spec differently. Like one will be a medic,
right?
Yeah,
So
but they didn't really advertise what else there was to do aside from the dark zone. Like once you're done with your base, what else is there to do in the game?
I mean, there's probably a ton more story. I'm guessing
That's happened like a few times.
That was really weird.
The beta was. I didn't get enough out of the beta. I did go into the dark zone and play in there, and at first I was really lost and I didn't really know what the fuck was going on. And then I found some dude, and he started showing me some stuff, and I was like, okay, well, I see where this could be fun. Like going rogue, and doing that, I think could be fun. But everybody was too nice about it. Like everybody got their loot. They'd go to the helicopter to get their loot out of the dark zone, right? And they weren't doing anything to because they wanted to get their loot
I
out.
saw some asshole moments. Like there are like you said, people there being all friendly trying to get their loot out, and then some guys would just come in with rocket launchers and just kill them all and steal all their loot.
Yeah. I mean, stuff like that would be fun. I just don't know how long I'm going to enjoy it. Like, I think after a while, it's gonna play out.
It's like real people and not space alien shit.
See, I like the space alien stuff. I feel like that, like story-wise,
And
it's more interesting.
I feel
to
like
me.
this is going to have a more coherent story too, where Destiny was just nonsense.
Oh, Destiny's story was nonsense.
Yeah, I'm still debating whether or not I'm going to pick it up or not. So, Dave,
I'm very happy I opened these windows before the show
Me too.
started because this breeze feels wonderful.
it does.
It's absolutely
strange
delicious.
how good this feels at the end of February.
Like
The temperature
I
is up.
love like 30, like high 30s to like 50-degree weather.
Yeah.
You wear a jacket and you're like feels good. I love it.
Joe.
You kind of put me on the spot. I didn't really think this was going to come.
It's the same thing that it is every week, Joe.
And I don't have anything today.
All right.
Joe, you're also one of the last people to go. You had enough time.
I couldn't think of anything.
There was one topic that I wanted to bring up earlier. Actually, I wanted to talk about it last week.
Is it about how Kesha deserved it?
No. There's a trend among couples, like either boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, what have you, where they get out into public And then for whatever reason, the topic comes up that, oh, well, I mean, listen, she could beat me up. If if she wanted to, she could really beat the crap out of me. And then
I feel like that's true of anybody if you give them a weapon.
what I don't understand, though,
She
is
could shoot me in the dick
how
if she wanted.
insecure you are with yourself and inside of your relationship that at some point you have to try to validate the other one, like that they could beat the shit out of you. Like, oh man, I mean, listen, we were out and the couple that I'm referring to is just, he started in on it. And then she just, like, big grin on her face, like, kind of like, oh, yeah, oh, this is, I could totally. And I never understand this. Like, why do you have to, why does this ever have to be a stance?
Everybody knows that's a joke.
But why?
Imagine it the other way around. Like, the woman.
Yeah.
Like, he could totally beat the shit out of me.
Yeah.
The guy's like, yeah, I probably could beat the shit out of you. I probably have a few times.
I just don't understand it.
I would like it more if it was that way.
Yeah. I mean, why does one or the other have to be the...
Well, I think a lot of people, it's just making your woman feel like she's fucking awesome.
Important.
But isn't that kind of more insulting than anything?
It should be.
Like...
Because it's
facetious. My wife loves to hear that she can beat me up.
It just doesn't make any sense to me.
It's patronizing. It's very patronizing.
I agree. I think it's kind of patronizing. And I think it's not... You're not doing anything for anybody, like either end of that, relationship. I mean, it's not making it stronger.
I mean, it was just like a little passing comment, like, "Oh, she could kick the shit out of me." Like, whatever.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Hey,
it depends on how.
Whatever. But I always see it.
No,
I see
really.
it a lot.
She kicks the shit out of me. I need help. Do you have a shelter I can go to?
Well, but honestly, I mean, like almost anybody. I mean, probably the problem is like, I mean, if my wife started beating me up, I would have a problem. She probably would end up beating me up because I wouldn't be fighting back.
Right.
I wouldn't want to fight back. I'd just say, why are you beating me up? And
you'd be confused.
I would be getting.
Right. You wouldn't even do that thing where you kind of do like this.
I mean, one swift kick in the shin hurts like hell. So I mean, like if she gives me like 10 of those,
right.
I'd be like, damn it, stop that.
You find a shield to protect yourself?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Closet.
It's weird.
If you find a shield to protect yourself and she hurts herself kicking the shield, is it on you or her?
That's definitely on her. Yeah.
I'm just swinging my arms. If you walk into it, it's your own fault.
I'm going to go like this, and if that pie gets eaten, it's its own fault.
All right. Well,
That's such a
Roman's
good
never
episode.
heard of that.
He's never seen that. He doesn't know what The Simpsons are.
No.
He has no idea.
He's like, that's a great idea. I'm going to start using that in my personal life.
All right. Well, we are the Lotus Cast. TheLotusCast.com is where you can listen to us live every Thursday night, 9 to midnight. Strangelabel.com. Download the TuneIn app. Follow us on Twitter at The Lotus Cast, Instagram, The Lotus Cast, Analog Heart. Thank you so much, guys. We really do appreciate you coming out a second time.
Thanks for having
March
us.
4th.
Thank you.
March 4th. Whiskey Barrel, Haverhill, 8 o'clock. No dollars spent. It's going to be a good time. Good show. Be a lot of people there?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hundreds.
Thousands.
Possibly thousands.
Possibly. Hey, they probably won't fit, but it'll make you guys look
Violate
at
a fire code.
like 1,000 people came out to the Whiskey Barrel last night. All of them died.
Make us famous.
Yeah.
I don't think that's good though.
You're like the Great White.
Entire
Yeah.
fan base.
Local band, Great Whites, Haverhill.
Every fan died.
I like that that's a verb.
Yeah. Until next week, everybody, go fuck yourselves.
To hope I could change my life to better suit your mood. Because you're so smooth. And it's just like the ocean under the moon. It's the same as the emotion that I get from you. You got the kind of loving that can be so smooth. Yeah. Give me your heart, make it real, or else forget about it.
But I'll tell you one thing. If you were leaving, be a crying shame. In every breath and every word, I hear your
this life ain't good enough. I give my world to lift you up. I could change my life to better suit your mood. 'Cause you're so smooth. And it's just like the ocean under the moon. It's the same as the emotion that I get from you. You got the kind of loving that can be so smooth. Yeah. Give me your heart, make it real, or else forget about it.